Why do I even have a cup?
I don't know. Why do you have a cup? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Overdose 18.
Is it really?
Number?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
18.
18.
So, welcome to the show. Oh, there's two Tim Maloney's in the call, apparently.
That is awesome.
Apparently when you went live, it decided to request my password and kick me out. Like, shit, you need your password!
That's funny.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put that on my list of what I fucking hate.
So we can talk about that. Here's Shank. Are you frozen? Oh, I thought you were frozen too. I thought Google Plus was derailing for a second.
No, we're cool. Kind of.
Hey, Killer Monk.
Hey.
So, hold on. That's all I got.
There we go.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye. Good night.
Oh.
Good night.
Goodbye.
And that was Overdose 21.
We are live.
Yeah, we're live.
Barely.
Barely.
We're not quite dead yet.
What's the
We're
knocking in the
not
back?
quite dead yet.
Is somebody lining out their cocaine?
That's right out the window in the back.
So they're lining out the cocaine to neighbors, huh?
It's a woodcock. It's a
Something-
peacock. It's a
either
woodchuck.
that or you're,
What's
like,
it called?
chucking a chicken.
A woodpecker. I think I said woodcock at one point.
It's okay. I like a woodcock.
Woodcock.
Oh,
Get splinters.
no.
You gotta be careful.
Speaking of splinters, isn't that where we go every Thursday, Surfed Up, for beer
right.
and tacos?
Speaking of low expectations,
Thank you.
that's all I had. That's all I got. You got to finish this
It's
sentence
okay.
for me.
It's okay. So let's do an alcohol check. Killer
Okay.
Monk, what you drinking?
Did I miss the
Coors
intro?
Light out of a keg.
What was
Kegerator is
that? Was that Coors Light? Coors Light, you said?
Coors Light out of a High Life pitcher.
That is awesome.
That's inspiring. That is inspiring.
It is surf.
Shank, how about you? Oh,
Me,
wait.
Currently, right now, I'm drinking a 1554 by New Belgium.
Oh, no shit.
Yes, I am. I'm going to finish this one off, and then I'm going to jump into my normal Miller 64. The only way to retain my girlish figure.
Oh, my God. I got that special export, baby. It was on sale at Teddy's. Dude, it was either, special export for $7.99 for a 12-pack of bottles, or $6.99 for a 12-pack of old-style bottles. And I was like, no, thank you. So I went with the Special X, baby. What about you, Mr. Tim Maloney?
Well, I decided to go for the Hop City Barkin' Squirrel, and then I only have one left. So I have some of my Pirate rum. I'm almost done with it. I only drink it on Tuesdays.
So you and Shank have interesting beers. What's the story on those? What do they taste like?
Mine's kind of it's a darker beer. Like I said, I bought it a couple weeks ago when you guys, you and Surf Wife and Surf Son came over, and it was a New Belgium 12-pack, and it had three flat tires, 3 1554s, 3 Rangers, and then 3 of that Giddy Up that I was talking about last week, which is that that lemon peel and that kind of coffee kind of taste. It was really good, but it's discontinued. You can't get it anywhere. It really sucks balls.
Ew, gross. That's terrible.
Yeah.
My Barking Squirrel is an amber lager. It's very crisp and smooth, and it has almost like a probably like a little taste of like what Blue Moon has, but it's not as orangey. It's a lot more subtle. But overall, it's a good choice.
I love Blue Moon.
Good choice, good choice. And it's got a badass looking squirrel, so like I like it. I like looking down and seeing him.
I'm basically drinking water.
That's okay.
I do have my I always have my go-to Canadian club.
Didn't you finish that last week, or did you
Just
pick up
about.
a new one?
There's like, and I do have a new one. I do have a new one too.
Just a boot.
Just a boot.
Dude, screw getting like a sponsorship from Netflix. We could get sponsored by beer.
Oh, we could, man.
Beer Flicks. Oh my God, we should do a fucking thing called Beer Flicks. You pay $8 a month, and they
Just undercut him by a buck.
They just ship you beer.
You know,
You choose what beer you want. They send the beer. Then when you're done, I guess you send the bottles back.
You get a 40 per month too.
That's funny. Speaking of Netflix, I read an article today which is really cool. Everybody, I don't know if everybody knows, but on Sunday was the starting the last 8 episodes of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And they doubled their viewership from the season 5, the first 8 episodes, the premiere. And they're saying a lot of that has to do with Netflix, where you can people are hearing about the show, hearing how good it is, and going on Netflix and watching the first 5 seasons, and that's really what has really kicked over. So they're talking about Netflix being that kind of look at Tim raise his eyebrows, talking about Netflix being that kind of catalyst to launch series that are kind of struggling. I guess what is there some show on Fox called The New Girl or something that I guess now that's going to be a true test for them too. Well, it was part of the article. That's how I know it.
I've seen both, so I mean, I can be your control, I guess.
Okay.
I watched Breaking Bad. I watched seasons.
We're gonna go scientific
5, right?
method on this bitch.
I've watched season 1 through 3 like 3 times, and I haven't watched any of 4 or 5. So I'm really excited to go back and see all that on Netflix.
Well, the nice part is Yellow Bus too. I think next week or the week after, the first 8 episodes, I think I just read, are going to come on
nice.
for this last part of the season. So I mean, if you do that, then you can kind of get caught up, and which kind of sucks because you're probably talking about the last 8 episodes, which are airing now and through basically, I think the beginning of. I think there's a week or 2 in between when Breaking Bad ends, if there's even a week or 2, and then The Walking Dead start. Mm-hmm. So.
Hey, does anyone else have Shank glitching on their screen, or is it just me?
No, he looks good to me. He looks real good.
Hopefully my connection's not about to drop out.
Well, we know how to get back on, right? We got the secret, ancient Chinese secret, huh?
We're trained monkeys.
And the New Girl isn't that bad if you give it a chance.
You know what's going on with Netflix? I call it the Denny's effect. The Denny's effect is like
if you're
you see the commercial for the $3, $4, $5 meals at Denny's, and you're like, oh, great idea. Let's go to Denny's. And then once you get into Denny's, you're like, this place is totally sketch. That's what's going on with Netflix. Everyone's coming in and they're like, hey, it has every movie that I don't want to watch.
like Girls Gone Dead? You totally want to watch Girls Gone Dead.
I have a story. I have a story about that.
Story time.
Story time.
Oh, wait.
I don't have to give some sound effects for that. Christy's probably going to fucking kill me, but this is a story and then a story within a story about that. So I thought it was funny because Christy decided to do a girls' weekend, and me just being funny with this, I was like, oh, so I'm not going to see you? And she's like, yeah, and she's all busy because of school. So then I gave her rates. So pretty much I made her a prostitute for the week before she goes on this girls trip or whatever. I'm like, if you have sex with me, it's $20. If you blow me, that is $40. If I don't come, I'll still give you half of what I should be giving you.
So you're charging her more for head than you are to get laid?
It's more personal and it's a lot more work. And if you know me, well, I hope you don't know this, but when you're with someone for a long time, I can come a lot quicker by banging a girl or banging my girl out than watching the same girl you've dated for 5.5 years try to blow you. But anyway, I digress. So what happened was Christy, it's a Thursday, and she's like, I need some money for my car. I'm like, I gave you the rates, and she's like totally like, haha, like playing along with it. I think it's kind of funny, just pimp it out, the girlfriend. If you just beg enough, you probably can get it for free. I just thought it was funny. But then we started watching I convinced her to watch Girls Gone Dead with me. So we're like 30 minutes into it. And she's getting all frustrated because I literally I'm laughing and I can't finish. And she eventually just gave up and let's just say the next morning I watched that weekend when I was alone I watched the rest of Girls Gone Dead and I'm like, this movie's only good if you're getting a blowjob because the rest of it just sucks so bad.
Well, the best part of the movie is in the last 5 minutes.
Last 10 minutes.
It's like every MTV show ever.
It's so funny because Christy, when she started, she was just kind of doing the and kind of watching too, and she was like, it's gonna be the mom. It's gonna be the mom at 5. And this is what Christy does. She's pretty smart, but she has this weird intuition. You don't think something's gonna happen. She's like, oh, that's fucking straightforward. I'm like, how the hell do you know that? And then at the end, it's like, oh, it's the fucking mom. Great. How'd you know
spoil it for all our viewers that want to watch that movie.
Dude, nobody wants to watch that movie.
I don't think anyone.
Why? Look at it. Last week, Killer Monk was the only one ever watched on Netflix, and in the last week, both Yellow Bus and myself have watched it. So
You've given that movie so much business.
Don't even have hot girls. Like the girl with the fake boobs is like so busted in the face. It's
yeah,
like,
but does Girls Gone Wild like fake commercials with Beetlejuice?
No, I can't believe Ron Jeremy's in that too.
Yes.
You know what pissed me off is that the blonde didn't even get naked in the whole movie.
Am I the only one here that hasn't seen the movie yet? I'm gonna be forced to watch it this weekend now.
Oh,
hey, look,
here comes the Gilly.
It's a second Gilman.
Dude, there's something spooky going on with Google Hangouts.
It asked me for my password.
Dude, I love how it froze. I didn't like smiling like that. Oh my god.
Dude, like if Google
like a
Hangouts was a
picture,
bouncer at a bar, it would be like the worst rated place ever. Because like 20 minutes after people came into the bar, they'd be like, "Hey, we need to see your ID." Like that's what's going on right now with Google.
Wait, what's your password?
Yeah, it's like.
Wait, what's up, bro? You've been here for 15 minutes.
Hangouts has ended because of an error. What's
Can
your
I see your
password?
ID? I already drank 6 beers.
One of these days, we're gonna have a podcast like this, and we're gonna realize after after the show's done that none of it aired, none of it streamed.
That'd be funny as shit.
Dude, I can use the live thing now that I'm on a network or whatever, but it's so complicated. I was like, Wirecast looks like a pain in the ass. I think that I can use the live event thing to like schedule a thing on my channel, and then use Google Hangouts still as the medium, but I'm not sure. I got to figure it out. I got to ask a representative. But I don't know what the advantage is. I mean, I was hoping that like the live events player would be like so much easier than Google Plus, but it's so complicated. I was like, you know what? I'll deal with the glitchy BS from Google Plus.
Hey, sir, I have a question. I mean, I wanted to ask you this in person, but what the fuck? Which is like the 4 of us anyways. What really is the advantage of being on a network? What are they doing for you?
Are you talking about his contract?
I mean, me and you have hung out, what, 3 times?
There's no NDA. I can talk about the contract. I just can't show it to anyone physically. So, but I can talk about it. I can talk about contract openly. I mean, my whole thing was this, and I mentioned it in the commentaries. Like, the only advantage that I was looking for out of a network right now was just exposure and networking with other channels. I am a little bit disappointed right now at like the forums and some of the other stuff they really push as advantages, because I'm thinking, okay, well, you've got 1,500 plus channels. You've got this forum place where people are collaborating going on. I go on there. I think there's like 27 registered people on the forum. The last time it was open was like in June. And I'm like, nobody's on here. Like this is, you know, so it makes you feel a little bit like, you know, I hope I didn't get a short end of a stick, but that's why I made sure I protected myself. It's only a 6-month contract. So far, in terms of support, these guys have been really good. I mean, we'll see what some of the advantages are. I asked them about submitting videos to their network and stuff like that, and you know, we'll see. I'm hoping that I can start getting a process going where I can get in contact with the right people. But we'll see what happens, man. If they don't do much for me in 6 months, I'll walk away. You know.
Sweet. Yeah, I was just wondering.
What is the one positive that's come out of it so far? Like, have you networked with the kid already, or?
No. You know, it's weird because right now, like right before I signed, I started getting in touch with a couple other channels, like Dynasty, who was on last week, and a couple of other guys like have started showing some real interest in the channel, and they're established YouTubers too. So it's cool. It's like the first people that I'm developing relationships with that aren't like, hey, you know, I want to develop a relationship with you because of subs, or not that anyone is banging down my door with my 500 subs. Not to put down the subs, but you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, no one's expecting anything from me at this point, but just the relationship with me, you know, like because they think I'm a good guy or whatever. So that's really cool. But in terms of the network, nothing's really happened yet. It's still pretty early to tell, you know. It is nice, I will say, it's nice that I have a support system that I can go to anytime. Like today, all 5, I have like 5 videos on the channel of various like music covers that are third-party copyright content, right? So automatically, as soon as I upload it, YouTube notices what it is. It's claimed by like UMG or Universal, whoever the musician is signed to on their label, and they automatically monetize the video. So they automatically get money. Well, today I got a bunch of these notifications, but I mistakenly thought they were copyright strikes, and I was like, holy fuck, my channel's gonna get shut down like today. Because you get 3 copyright strikes and your channel's over. I'm like, what the fuck is this about? The first thing I did was like get on the network and like start talking with the representative. I figured it out before before I had to really take any action or anything. It turns out it wasn't a big deal. They weren't actually copyright strikes. I just had to acknowledge the fact that that's their shit, and that I'm not disputing it by having it on my channel. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the fact that you're not saying it's yours and claiming it's yours, but you are
right.
using it, acknowledging that it's theirs.
And it's comforting to know that if I did
props.
get a strike today, that I've got Asafin on my side saying, hey, let's figure this out. You know, where like YouTube and Google is notorious for not getting back to people, and just they're such a big company and they're so heavily algorithm, they have such few bodies actually maintaining this huge thing that I've seen guys on YouTube that have like 400,000 subscribers that got nailed for like illegal click activity. That's like clicking on your own ads to generate impressions so you get paid more. And they were like, we swear we've never done this. We didn't even get a chance to dispute it. They just took away our channel. They just fucking took it away. And I'm like, dude, that's one of the disadvantages of not being on a network. You know what I mean? All it takes is one person to completely fuck you.
Yeah.
And you're screwed. You know what I mean? It could have been someone like my son on the computer clicking on something stupid. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden it's like Google's like, well, you're gone. No, we don't want to hear from you.
You know what sends off a red flag to Google is the fact that if any video gets more than 2 clicks on an ad, they know something's wrong there.
Right.
Because the only click the ad's getting is skip after 3 seconds or 15 seconds, however long you have to wait.
5.
Yeah, between 5 and whatever seconds. But yeah, so I'm excited. I want to see how the relationship develops. I mean, it's just, we'll see. It's too late for me to say substantially what's going on, but it's all right so far. I can't complain. So one thing I did want to mention to you guys, though, has everyone seen what's been blowing up on Twitter today? I put it on my Facebook too.
Hell yeah.
No.
Dude, this is some next level shit. So let me give the backstory here. There's not much of a backstory. I was just chilling, thinking about watching Grandma's Boy, one of my favorite movies, because it's just a funny...
It's fucking awesome.
It's just a funny, ridiculous movie.
If you haven't watched it, fucking watch it.
Yeah, dude, go watch Grandma's Boy. In fact, I'm repping it right now in my thing right here, my little picture. And, but anyways, great movie, watch it. It's really funny. The guy this guy right here is a guy by the name of Alan Covert. And he's in like every Adam Sandler movie almost ever made. He was the caddy in Happy Gilmore. He was the crazy sleazy reporter in Mr. Deeds. He's the lead in Grandma's Boy. Anyways,
and by the way, him and Adam Sandler went to college together, and he also gets a lot of credit for co-writing a lot of Adam Sandler songs.
Oh yeah, he's very heavily influenced the material all these years. So yes. He's definitely one of, and he's a big name dude. Anyways, today I was thinking about Grandma's Boy, and I wrote a little tweet out, something about like, hey man, I wish I was smoking a G-finger, playing video games, watching Grandma's Boy right now. And I tweeted it at Alan Covert. And I think I'd phrase it like a question, like, do you ever just want to like roll up a blunt and watch this movie and play video games? And he was like, yeah, he responded. He was like, I would like to roll up a blunt and play some video games, but not watch the movie because people would think I was psycho if I watch my own movie too much. And so I tweeted something back, hey man, you should be proud of it, it's a great movie. He's like, yeah, super proud, whatever. We went back a couple times, and I'm like, I'll throw it out there. I'm like, hey man, we're just some small-time dudes, but if you're ever looking to hang out with some regular dudes, I got a podcast every week, and we'd be honored to have you on as a guest. And he tweeted me back, he's like, yeah, I'm shooting for the next 2 weeks, but hit me up at the beginning of September, we'll set something up. I'm like, hey man, do you mind following me so I can just direct message you? And then he follows me, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like stop the conversation there. I'm not gonna aggravate him. Like I don't think he's an easily irritable guy, but I don't want to like gush all over him. Be like, thanks man, you're the best, like it just.
I need to
big boner
now.
I mean, he doesn't know that like he. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys have comfort movies that you just put on while like you're having a bad day and they laugh or whatever?
It's all good.
Yeah, man, Office Space, like I've probably got a dozen, but Grandma's Boy is like in the top 3 of those, and like I genuinely love those guys, and so it's cool, but he doesn't know that, and like I don't want to make his interaction with me like every other person. You know what I mean?
Treat them like normal people.
Right. It's like as soon as you start gushing over someone, they're like, okay, I know what kind of conversation this is going to be. It's not that they don't appreciate the admiration, it's just that like, okay, well, I'm not going to have a regular conversation, so. Yeah, I just wanted to chill out. But anyways, I'm freaking out publicly because it's like, holy shit, like Alan Covert said he's going to come on Overdose in like 2-3 weeks, man. So that's next level shit.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool.
That's pretty fucking sweet, man.
Think of it like this, dude. The most popular person on YouTube, what is it, Smosh or whatever, 8 million subscribers or whatever it is?
No, it's Smosh, and right behind him, man, is PewDiePie, man. I'm talking. Those guys this week are fighting for #1 on YouTube.
Oh, and I'm sure it'll go back and forth for a while. But it's like, if you think about even the most popular guys on YouTube, like 8 million subs, like, you know, like
11 million.
11 million, whatever. It's like, still, it's like, you know, it's a drop in the bucket compared to, you know, a guy who's in a lot of big title movies, man. So
that's huge, man.
But yeah, I mean, the whole thing that was cool for me is that, like, despite him having that status, he seems to be like one of those guys like Keem and Blade or whoever that are just like, yeah, man, I'm just a dude, you know, and like that's what I want to talk about. Like I said, I don't want to gush all over him. I just want it to be like, hey, man, like, thanks for being on the show. Let's fucking hang out and talk about, you know, boobs and
you must be gushing all over your chair.
Yeah, exactly.
Play some GameCube, drink some Natty Ice, you know, black dildos.
And Covert's crazy too, man. He's the guy that they go to, like, whenever nobody else wants to do something, Covert will do it. You know, so like we could start like a strip game or something. He'd probably be down.
My only complaint is they don't have Grandma's Boy on Blu-ray because I wanted to buy it the other week.
Dude, it's got such a cult following, almost like Firefly or something, that guaranteed eventually the fanship's going to demand like a new special release. Hopefully they'll have some more footage and shit too.
Yeah, I don't doubt that, man. I never heard of the movie, to be honest with you, Surf, until you told me a couple years ago, and then I got it from Netflix. I rented it, and now I have it. It's a great movie. It really is. It's fucking hilarious.
It's so classic, dude. It's one of those things where, like, it sucks that, like, the way the industry works, like, even a movie that grosses however millions that movie did, they can consider it a failure. It's like, dude, still, hundreds of thousands, millions of people saw the movie and enjoyed it, and that's not a failure, dude. It just sucks that, like, the industry labels it as that, because it genuinely is, like, an awesome movie if you're into that sort of humor. It's just totally ridiculous.
It made its money back at the theaters. I think it cost like 4.5, and it did like 5 million in the theaters. But it made, I think, on DVD like $25 million.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, that's huge. I mean, that's still a huge success with Blu-ray and DVD and Netflix and everything that goes on these days. I mean, you could have a huge flop. Like, let's look at Waterworld, the Kevin Costner movie from 20 years ago. In the theaters, it was a huge flop. But I was just reading an article maybe a week or so ago that says that money, that they've made their money back on that. Yeah, they didn't get it instantly, but over years and Blu-ray and, you know,
it's almost like how YouTube works. Yeah, you just let it sit out there and ride, man.
Yeah.
You know, like when I saw Grandma's Boy in theaters originally, I was like, that was interesting. And then like when I watched it again, I was like, this movie's awesome. What the hell was I thinking that first time?
Yeah, dude.
You know, it's funny because
go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I was gonna say I felt the same way that when I watched Office Space, you know, I thought it was funny, but it was like, And then when I watched it a second time, I was like, "Oh, I get it now." I mean, I guess it's the frame of mind you're in at the time.
I get it.
No, like, since I've been working in an office now, it has gotten exponentially funnier now.
Oh yeah, dude, totally.
There's Miltons in there. There's fucking the other day, like even today, I got like 3 emails, one from my CFO, one from my boss, and one from like the COO, and I'm just like, I got 3 fucking bosses, man. This is gay.
Yeah, dude, totally, dude.
Do you do your TPS reports?
The TPS. I actually figured out what a TPS report is. If you Google it,
we had those too. We had those at our company. That was the only movie that got me through my job when I was 18, because I was working at as a admission advisor at this college, and it was like a super intense, high expectation job, and it stressed me out for my age. I mean, it was good money, but dude, it was super stressful. So I used to like bring in my laptop and put that movie on and just put in the headphones and listen to it all day. Like, it just soothed me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude, I've had that experience with a ton of stuff where I've seen it like the first time and I didn't think it was funny, and then the second time it's hilarious. I don't know what that is, but
I think it's conditional.
I think it's herpes.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh god.
We're just gonna be clicking stuff.
I know you are, because you're a jackass.
I told you guys I'm not going to transition today. I'm not transitioning at all today.
Well,
okay, we'll just sit here and stare at each other for an hour and a half.
Yep.
Just keep drinking.
Hey, Killer Monk, let's talk about one of the articles you put on about the guy who wasn't 21 and had to play the guitar outside of the venue that he was playing at. His band was playing at.
I didn't actually read that article, but I watched there's a video about it like before the article came out. And they show him, like, people are watching him outside sing in a mic with his guitar and everything, and the band is all inside because they're over 21. So they made the bar they were playing at made him stand outside to play with his band.
Dude, that's fucking ridiculous, man. How do you feel about that, Surf? Because you've been in a band, you've toured.
So, they didn't let him in to play with the band because of why?
He was under 21.
He was under
It
21.
was a bar, official bar.
Oh. See, I ran into that problem because the guys I played with were all 3-4 years older than me. So when I was, 18, they were all 21, 22, and there's a lot of places that won't allow you to play unless you're all 21. They won't even book you. However, if you have like representation, like a manager, someone who just books bands, a lot of times they kind of turn a blind eye. They won't ask, and it depends too. If you've got a decent following, if you bring even 50 people into like a smaller bar, like let's say a place that's like a 500, 600 occupancy, not like a big place that's like 2,000-3,000 or something. But if you bring even just 50 heads at $10 cover plus drinks and whatever people are eating, most bars will fucking turn a blind eye to that. Do I think it's fair? No. Does it happen? Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that they even let the rest of the band. A lot of times they'll just turn bands down flat out.
Well, it's funny because in the video, like it's literally him standing outside the bar with people like watching him on the street with a microphone and his guitar playing inside.
So I'm assuming he's got a wireless system. He must have had like them going through the door or whatever, and then like everything was mic'd in there. He played electric guitar, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it's hard to tell from the video.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, even if he was playing acoustic, they could still have and even if he wasn't wireless, they could still run it through the door and whatever. I think that being a key member of the band, I think that's ridiculous. I mean, who knows though? I mean, how do they not go? I mean, was it a situation where they showed up and then they threw this on them, like, hey, you can't come in here, or did they know all along? Because otherwise, I mean, to me, it's like it's hard to get to that stage where you're booked for a show and someone, if they're going to put up that red flag about age, that they didn't do it right away at the gate. You know what I mean? Like, to get that far, if you didn't know it going into it, I'd be surprised.
I mean, that's kind of bullshit. Like, even when I remember I visited your show, Joe, you were playing, like, it was, like, some place, like, in the heights of Chicago, and I remember they even, like, roped off, like, so if you're 21, like, you couldn't even approach the bar, like, 20 feet of the bar, so, like, I had to, like, there's the stage behind the bar, or no, the stage was on one side, the bar was on the other, and they literally had, like, remember, it was, like, velvet rope, and it's like, don't cross this unless you're
Oh,
over
was
21.
that at Knights of Columbus?
It might have been. It was a smaller...
It doesn't matter to our viewers, but yeah, it was a smaller place, right? There wasn't like a stage you played right on the floor.
Yeah, but I had to I just remember I stood there and I hung out with the people that were watching. I was the only one under 21. I had to like stand on the other side of the velvet rope. I just felt like a caged animal.
I played so many dives. I played a couple of big venues, but I played a lot of dives. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, dude. I think it's bullshit. I mean, again, it's all about money. There's special exceptions. Like, for instance, when Dave Matthews Band was touring, their bassist, Stefan Lassard, was, I think, 14 or 15, and they aged from, like, 28 to, like, 40. Yeah, there's a pretty big age spread between them. So here's, like, this bass prodigy they have, and all they did to build that initial following is play college campuses, parties, pavilion halls, like, whatever, anything and everything. So they got away with some shit because a lot of it was back alley stuff, but they still played some pretty significant venues, and the reason that they allowed it is because they generated money. They were just pulling in big crowds, so they, like, again, the establishments turned their eye to the 15-year-old playing bass. But you know how shit is now, though. It's like it's so strict that,
Unless you're Justin Bieber and you can get in any fucking club you want.
I was just gonna say, but didn't
legitimately
Bieber get turned down though at a bar? I heard.
Yeah, well, he's got turned down. That's the reason he's got turned down is because so many fucking bars he's got into and it's caused so much fucking shit for him.
Yeah,
man. They're looking out for it. Hey, my whole question too is something I posted. When did Bruce Willis become worth $1 million a day to be on any fucking movie?
What, is he really?
Well, no, he's been part of the Expendables, at least the first one, I believe, and he was going to be part of Expendables 3, and he wanted $1 million a day. I guess he only needed to be on set for 3 days. So he was requesting $3 million, so they let him go because they thought that was ridiculous. When is, maybe 20 years ago, I mean, when he's doing Die Hard, at the peak of Die Hard, it's like, seriously, $1 million a day?
That is strange, man. I mean, the ego is a strange thing. I mean, I knew Bruce Willis was creeping up again, like into popular lingo, at least like in the lexicon of the nation, but, almost like a Chuck Norris, but not nearly as big. I mean, I've heard him in talks more recently, but I don't think he's so relevant that he's commanding that dollar amount. That's bizarre.
And they were gonna pay him. They were gonna pay him $3 million a day for like 4 days, and he wanted like $1 more million to get $1 million a day.
I want 1 more millions of the millions.
That's so fucking stupid.
It's fucking ridiculous. So now him and Stallone are kind of at like a war of words because Stallone is, I guess, the one doing. Well, I mean, it's with Stallone talking. There's not much words. It's just a bunch of grunting and.
Did you know he has a facial muscle? Like he has a prop. You guys know that? Like I think it's like something like the whole left side of his face or something. Like the muscles in the face don't work.
Stallone, half his face, I think, is
dead.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, paralyzed? Come on, guys.
Yeah, like paralyzed. It's
Like
not
what,
dead.
like
The flesh is
like
rotting away.
Balls palsy is what it's called, where you get it like a seizure and it like paralyzes one whole side of your face.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he had.
This girl in college had that too, and I kind of felt bad. I'm like, why is she frowning?
Yeah, I'm not
Why
trying to
is
make
she
fun
never
of the guy.
happy?
Okay, I was trying to make fun of the guy. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Fuck me.
Really? Is that an offer?
It's how you take the hits. That's gonna hit you hard.
Oh, you guys are too kind. Seriously, stop.
All
right. That's all I got. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all night.
Well, at least till 11.
Yeah, it's getting late over here. You see how dark it is?
Yeah, look how dark my room
I
is.
purposely turned it off to make it seem like it's later. Oh,
This is with my windows wide open.
With windows wide open.
So how do you guys feel? Go ahead.
I was gonna say what game have you guys beaten recently? Because that was a topic, and I thought that.
Yeah, I put.
That was a great topic.
You're not allowed to transition topics today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, man.
I just thought you guys were
First of all,
doing
it's my
I thought
topic.
you guys were doing such a bad job that I felt compelled to jump in. But I'll
All right,
stop.
so I recently just beat Metro last night, and I liked the game. It was fun, and you know, even though I think it lacked a lot of the first game, I think they're just trying to, because they made it was like a novel by some Russian guy, and so I think they're just trying to rush it and like try to wrap it up.
Rush it.
Rush it. But you know, I beat it. And I really enjoyed it. I kept it on Redbox for 7 days, so it was about $14, but it was worth it.
Right on, dude. I saw a walkthrough for that. It's a scary game, right?
It's okay.
Scary game, right?
It's kind of hard. The thing is, it's a lot different than any other game. It's almost like it's kind of got a BioShock feel to where if you played on the hard difficulty, There's a Ranger DLC you can buy, but I didn't want to spend an extra $10 if I'm not going to own the game. And that's pretty much like, you know, your Call of Duty like hardcore mode where there's like no anything. So it's like super hardcore. Everyone dies in like a few hits, so it's a lot tougher. But it's a lot like BioShock to where like you need to, you know, be mindful of all your weapons, be mindful of your surroundings, use certain weapons on certain people, and then it has a really good Dead Space feel to where you'll be like just doing stuff and there's just really creepy, disturbing shit that comes along. But the second game was more like a running gun shooter. The first one scared the crap out of me.
Creepy, disturbing shit.
Well, this one is kind of. I felt like this one. The first one was really like, you know, there's little kids. Then there's like creepy shit to where like you're suffocating on the top of the world, and it's like completely deserted because the nuclear fallout. And these things just jump out at you. Like these huge things just come out of nowhere. But in the second one, it was kind of like more of a shooter. And the only thing I really don't like is how they always try to make it different. So it was almost like Gears of War where they just like throw like, you know, before there was like maybe 2 different enemies, and like this one there's like a dozen different, like all of a sudden there's like a dozen fucking mutations out there.
We can improve the game by adding variety of species. Like yeah,
exactly.
I know what you mean.
But I mean overall it was a pretty good game. The storyline was decent, and I like how, you know, like Mass Effect, where you make choices, and obviously me and Tom played, so every time I played, I like knocked the guy out after I snuck up on him. Tom would like slice his throat, and then you know, there was 2 chances to like save or kill like a main character on the enemy side, and I saved one, and Tom convinced me to kill the other one, so I got the bad ending, and there's 2 different endings, so I like how games do have different endings on the choices that you make.
Shank and I were just talking about that with Far Cry because I decided to kill my friend at the end. I didn't think it was a choice between killing your friends and saving them. I thought it was a choice between, like, Like
Well,
staying on the island or leaving the island with your
that game's
friends?
spoiled for me now.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, dude. Did I?
I
Just...
haven't beaten it yet either, but that's my own fault because I bought it like the day it came out.
I've had it for a long time too.
Well, I didn't give it away though. I just said that you have a choice about whether you kill your friends or not. So I can stop talking about it.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
Yeah, whatever.
But anyway, so I decide to what I think is the choice of staying on the island because you're like you get to be part of this tribe and you're like, yeah, man, I belong on this island. So it's like I choose to stay on the island. Turns out that's not what they were asking. I just shanked the bitch right in the throat, kill her, she dies. The tribal bitch at the end has sex with me and then fucking stabs me in the heart, kills me. It was the worst ending ever. And Shank took and Shank.
And I took the other end, which I'm like, I was looking at it, and it's funny because Surf and I were talking. It's like, normally I would choose.
Wait, it's
like,
probably pretty late, but warning, spoilers.
For the dozen fans that probably don't own this game.
Yeah. And it's funny because Surf and I were talking yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, normally I'd take like the asshole ending, and I'd kill my friends, and I'd see what happened there. But I end up like, my whole point is like, but the whole moral of the game was to save your fucking friends and your brother, and it's like, I'm gonna fucking save him, and I save him, and then fucking the chick gets stabbed, and you leave the island. I mean, it wasn't like I wouldn't say it was a phenomenal ending, but it was okay.
As soon as we started giving away the endings, all of the viewers left. Oh wait,
click, click, click.
they're all back.
Click.
Every single one of them's back. It must have just been a glitch. That's so funny. I was like, man, we really just fucked up, but it's funny how little I care.
It's fucking awesome.
But the great, I mean, the part is, it's a great game. It's a fun game. I honestly just beat it yesterday before I went to work in the morning.
Dude, Dynasty's here. What's up, Dynasty? Dynasty.
He's so fucking nasty. Where is he?
If you want to play a scary game, play fucking, what is it? Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
I've heard of that. I think I haven't played it.
It's on. I have it on Steam. It's basically so basically you lose the beginning of the game. You lose your memory and you wake up like on the floor in like a castle.
Wait, is that the part that they mean amnesia by?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
Just wanted to clarify.
Sounds like most of my dates.
So there's like, I don't know, kind of like zombie-like creatures that are wandering around, and you don't have weapons, you can't fight, you just have to hide if you see one of these things. So basically, and you have a lantern that can like run out of fuel, so you're running around with this lantern, and if it runs out, you're like, oh shit, what the fuck do I do now? And then you run into one of these things, you just gotta sprint away and find a place to hide, or you just die.
Dude, I'm not into horror movies, but I like horror games, like ever since Resident Evil and Silent Hill and shit, but I didn't finish Dead Space because, like, my wife was too big of a pussy to watch it with me.
It is scary, man. Dead Space.
And I didn't want to play it by myself because I'm in a fucking dark-ass basement, and the only time I play video games is like 12 o'clock at night, so, like, the 9-year-old comes out at me, and I'm like, don't pop out and scare me, and I don't want to wear my headphones because it's scary, and it's...
Dude, when I get back in the end of September, I'm back for like 10 days. We should just grind through all 3 of them.
Dude, let's do it, man. I'm totally down. We'll just get like a ton of beer,
I'll bring
a ton of
beers.
ganja, and we'll just a ton of pizza.
It's a White Castle.
Yeah, dude, that White Castle.
Grab a Crave Crate for 3 days. That should last. 30 burgers a day.
We'll probably get high and just eat it all in one night.
You should just invite Grandma's boy over.
That's what we should do. We should do the Crave Crate Challenge, and we should just all rip bongs and eat sliders with Alan Covert. I'm not allowed to change topics.
Well, because you jumped onto this topic, I forgot what the fuck I was going to talk about.
I'm not allowed to change topics.
I did.
Should we start rants now? About
I know what I want to
talk about really quick.
Surf Son can't say the word stick, and every time we're outside, he's like, my dick. He just keeps shouting it. And it
who sings that song? Who sings My Dick? What is it?
Not as... I don't know.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, take that, fucking
talking about my dick.
Wouldn't it be great if every time someone dropped, it was like the Mario sound when you die in Mario 64? Be perfect.
Fucking hate Google.
Did I ask you for your password again?
Yeah, I think it's like it's got amnesia or something.
Wouldn't it be funny if like someone from Google happened to be watching at that very moment and like just deactivated your account like we were talking about earlier? No questions, no questions asked.
Troll, man. What a troll.
No chance to appeal.
Fuck you, Yellow Bus. Did you guys see the new stuff about Xbox One now? It doesn't require the Kinect to be able to function.
Did see that.
Oh, no, I have not seen that.
Nice.
Yeah, it just came out yesterday or today, and that's
It's still going to ship out with the unit though.
Yeah, it's going to ship out to you, but I guess now the thing they're focusing on is like everything everyone has complained about. They've kind of jumped on. The only thing now that they're focusing on is that $100 difference on price point.
Well, what's kind of interesting to go on topic with that, it'll probably drop more. But if you guys like, they had this article that's like this voice of how PS4 is going to be better than Xbox One, and yeah, it's going to be more powerful. Let's be honest, right there. They got us beat there. But the price in the United States is the only price that is beating out Xbox One. Everything in Europe and other countries around the every continent, it's going to be the PS4 is going to be just as expensive as the Xbox One. It's just they made it like that in America.
But Sony is more popular everywhere else. Microsoft is the American company. They're not as successful as they are.
That's true because Sony's a Japanese company, so they've been international from the get-go.
Completely.
They're going to be hurting for squirting.
They know those international markets well, I bet, because they've been in them for so long. And that's the other thing, too, is let's not forget, is like Sony has been in the hardware electronics making business from the get-go. Microsoft is still a new player to this game. I mean, Microsoft was always a software company. Microsoft.
Hard.
Yeah, I need to get a beer. Hold on.
We should all just get a beer and walk up.
So anyways, Joe is trying to say. But, I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, Xbox One it might seem like they're surrendering, but I think they're literally just they know they're going to lose if they don't listen to people.
Yeah, they know. They're actually responding to the public complaints for once.
Well, because they know they dropped the ball and they saw the lead Sony was taking, and that scared them. In this economy, you can't be launching a new system and being fucking down 3-1 against another system that's going to launch within weeks of you. It just can't happen. Whatever exclusive you're offering, it doesn't matter, because I look at it, and I think you talked about this a few weeks ago, Yellow Buses. There's no drop-dead launch titles that say, I got to get this right now. There's nothing. Maybe in summer.
Like I said, I'll buy the special edition Halo Xbox that comes out.
I mean, and I'm looking at stuff that's launching for Xbox One, and really there's nothing good until spring. And I know we say this again and again, but just to go and transition to this other topic is, dude, fuck the Xbox One. If you looked at the two games that I'm looking for in this year, it's not anything on Xbox One. South Park RPG Stick of Truth is going to be Xbox 360 only, it looks like, at least for the time being. And I don't know if you guys seen it. I think you guys might have mentioned it in the past week or two. But the Madden Amazon exclusive with NFL Sunday Ticket and Red Zone looks fucking legit.
Let me ask you something, Yellow Bus. With you not having cable, what does the ticket
I read
do
the
for
fine
you?
print. I read the fine print over and over and over again, so I'm not crazy.
Oh, you did too?
What?
I did the same thing. I did the same thing. I was like,
yeah. So I don't. Yeah, I have Cox Communications, and I run DirecTV. Yeah, Cox. I have fucking Cox. Fucking Cox.
Get it out.
So anyway,
no,
so
don't fall. Let's go beer.
I just canceled cable, and plus you don't have NFL Sunday Ticket because it's only DirecTV, I think. And so if you buy this, so I'm thinking this, whether I play Madden or not, I'm gonna buy it. It's $99, but NFL Sunday Ticket is $300, I think.
Yeah, it's something like that, like $300, $350.
Yeah, so NFL Red Zone is like $40, and so if you're paying $100 and you get a free game and you get it a third of the price that you normally would, I don't have cable, so I mean I'm saving $90 a month not having cable, but I can't see one game unless like I sneak off somewhere, like go to a bar. So I can do it on the computer, on a tablet, on a laptop, on my phone, and so I can still have, Sunday I can wake up, have dual monitors and a fucking smartphone, and I can check every game I ever wanted.
One of the big selling points is that people are like, oh shit, I could Chromecast that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can watch the NFL Red Zone shit on your TV with the Chromecast.
And what you can do too is you get the $99 NFL 25th anniversary edition Amazon exclusive with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and then you can go to GameStop, trade your Madden game in for probably $40, $30 like the next day, and you make $40 right there. You pretty much just paid $60 for the promo code.
By the way, I'd like to let you know that the Xbox One in Germany is launching at 500 while the PS4 is at 400. It's from a viewer.
I was just going to ask, what time is it in Germany right now?
Ich gotten Maischneigen.
Let me Google that for you. What time is it in Germany?
6:30.
Hi, Surfwife. Surfwife's here.
Hi, Surfwife.
It is 4:45 a.m. in Germany.
Everyone
right
says
now.
hi, Surfwife.
4:45
Hi,
a.m.
Surfwife.
She just surprised me with Portillo's. Is it that time already? It's only 9:45.
God damn it, man.
Yeah, she quit her job.
She was like, we closed the studio today. Just kidding.
That's awesome.
Joe's like, you need to leave.
You need
not
to
time
leave
for
the
dinner
premises immediately.
It's not time for dinner yet.
I am not ready for my regularly scheduled meal on Tuesday nights. It's becoming a tradition. I think it is now. I think it's officially tradition status. So wait, what were we talking about? Because I blacked out for a second.
I was going to mention to Sean, now that he's joined Instagram, you can creep on celebrities and really good-looking girls, and it's like
porn
free of
stars.
charge.
And
Yes, you
porn
can.
I joined Instagram today, and I did it because I want to.
You want to fit in with all the cool kids?
Well, no, I don't want to fit in with anyone because I'm not the cool kids. I just want to see. I want to exactly. I want to have everybody know whenever I give the middle finger where I'm at while I'm doing it.
Exactly.
Dude, that should be your whole Instagram. Is you in Paris, you in London, you in France. I mean,
Follow
Paris,
the finger.
France.
Follow the finger is what it's gonna be.
Follow the finger.
So I followed this girl, and I just followed her.
Hashtag fuck Paris. Hashtag fuck London.
So on Instagram you can do videos too, and so I clicked on one of her videos because she's hot, and I'm just like, okay, this is cool.
But who, Paris Hilton?
No, this random fitness girl, and so then all of a sudden she starts speaking in German. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? So awkward.
That freaks me out in porno videos when you're like really into a chick and she starts speaking in a lingui, and you're like, hey, I'm not against that. I just wasn't expecting that.
Don't talk, baby. Don't talk.
We.
I did see a French or Dutch or whatever that is, whatever language that. When every time he's just saying yes, it was we, and it was so funny. They were in an open Jeep, right, in the middle of the desert.
You guys are talking about the same video now?
Is that the right one?
He's gonna be cough on rum.
Was it?
Yeah,
accurate?
they're on the Jeep, and she's like, oh, way,
Yeah,
way,
totally.
which way just means yeah in French. So she's like, way. He's like, yeah, and he's like,
Oui.
I just don't like European shit because the guy's always incredibly out of shape and hairy.
Yeah, total hairy, and then he's got like that perfect orb of like beer gut in the front.
Yeah.
All the fucking
So,
alcohol they
Sean,
drink.
you want to go become stars in Germany now or something?
Damn straight. I was just thinking the same thing, Killer Mark. I'm like, I'm fucking going over there, man.
Dude, guys just need to take up smoking and have yellow teeth, and you'd be perfect.
You know, I do want to tell a story, and I told you this story yesterday, Surf, and you said we should probably share it on here today. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
That is correct.
That is correct.
Good
So by now, everybody knows I work retail. So Saturday, I just got back from vacation last week.
What he means is he works the retail plaza.
Yes, I do. I give handies and blowies and
For nickels from dogs.
Well, nickels. I was gonna say dimes and pennies, but whatever. I work over dogs too. I'm all about it. Doesn't matter, dogs, rabbits, snails. I don't
Red
care.
Red Rocket.
Exactly. Raw. So I work retail. So this is my first Saturday working, and usually on Saturday it's pretty busy for me. I bounce back and forth between the front end and another department in the store.
Sorry, the front end and back end. I'm sorry.
Front end and back end of the store. I kind of bounce back from the front end to the back end of the store. And I'm up front. This guy comes up and he's got like this. Well, we have a special order. He hands his sheet and he walks up to me and goes, "Oh, I have a special order." I'm like, "Well, sir, you need to go back there and get it done." And he looks at me and goes, "Like I'm supposed to know that." So he blows up at me, and I'm like, okay. So he kind of walks around the register and starts heading back there. And I'm like, "And sir, I'll be back there in a second to help you out." He goes, "I dare you to come back there." So I'm like, okay. You know, I had another customer that was coming up to me. I took care of them, and they're like, "What's wrong with him?" I'm like, "I don't know." So I go back there, and I'm like, I need to see your paperwork or your name. He gives me his name. I go get his stuff, and you know, I bring it up to him, and I'm like, "Here," I'm like, your wife ordered one of these and 4 of these," and he's opening the box, and I'm standing next to him, and I'm like, "Are you gonna need help carrying this out? Because that's what we're supposed to do." So the douchebag gets right in my face, like he's nose to nose with me, and says, "You want to take this outside?" And I'm like, "Are you being serious now?" And then, I'm like, whatever, dude. And so he grabs the stuff and starts walking away and telling me that I could take my $5 an hour job and shove it up my ass.
You call me weak, bro? He's like totally on roid rage at that point.
Yeah,
Wait, did he look like this? Was he like this?
He had his hat on, so of course his hat was like this, it's like, got a problem, bro?
Yo, bro, you want to take this outside, bro?
You want to take this outside?
I'm sorry, but I don't think you can act tough in that establishment. Like, no matter how hard you try. You can smell like the potpourri.
There's like floral and potpourri, yeah.
So yeah,
you want to take this outside, bro?
He was a badass, and told me I could take my $5 an hour job and shove it up my ass.
Oh, come on, man, you make $5.50, bro. That's so weak.
Well, I was gonna tell him I was gonna yell, and I think what I really set him off is when he walks away. I says, "Hey, make sure you have a good day." I do that on purpose. It's kill him with kindness.
Yeah, and you name your car Kindness.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that was one of my favorite things about working with you is all managers are afraid of not playing things by the book because shit gets back around to your DM or whatever, and it's a nightmare. But you were always so fun with customers. When customers were rude, people would be walking to the store ranting or anything. Oh, and I'm gonna complain about this, and you'd be like, 1-800-Michaels, like calling after him.
And it's the fact is, it's just like wherever I was when I was at the front end, I was back at the other department. I had witnesses who saw everything. I did nothing wrong, and there was customer witnesses too that were like, "Oh my God, I don't understand how you stayed so calm." I'm like, why am I gonna let someone like that ruin my day? This is a guy who's pissed off because his wife is fucking, making him come and get stuff, and he probably wanted some ass, and she was too busy banging the neighbor. That's why she sent him.
Yeah, he's angry because his kids don't like him, and his balls droop in the toilet water when he takes a shit. And it's like life's going downhill for him. Exactly. You know what, dude? I would love, if I had the spare time, I would love to just follow you around at your job and film stuff, and we would have to blur out all of the company logos and stuff, but then when you're ready to fucking leave that job, if ever, we could make the fucking funniest video ever about the shit that goes on in retail, because people just have no idea what fucking goes on behind
video. Dude, that would be its own fucking channel. If I recorded each day, I'm sure I can get a 10-minute video about interaction with fucking stupid people each day, and people would be like, we really act like that? And then they realize, oh my God, that's me.
Dude, I'm telling you, the most priceless part of that footage would just be seeing the way you treat people, because you're so rude sometimes, and it's so funny.
I think Joe should stand by the entrance, and then Surfed Up should stand by the entrance, and then as soon as someone walks in, just follow them around with the camera and see what they do.
I always wanted to make a movie about like a couple of gnarly dudes, that they have nothing to do with like flowers, floral, potpourri, all the shit like that Yellow Bus mentioned. But they have to get up and go work at this floral shop every day, or like a craft store. And I think it could be a really fucking funny movie to see a couple guys like drinking and smoking blunts at work.
Reminds me of Neither Roxbury when they're at the flower shop and they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Tim, are you watching music videos in the background? What is that, Shakira?
It's porn.
What is that?
I'm watching. It's a commercial on Twitch. I'm watching a stream while I
Dude, I need to go dual monitors, but I don't know how to do that with an iMac. I don't know if I can get a second monitor that's like a different. I don't know.
It depends if your Mac has multiple ports for.
Yeah, if your Mac has
dude,
two holes, you
my
can
Mac has the 2 Thunderbolt ports.
Dude, are you asking if my Mac is a slut?
I'm asking if she has more than one hole.
Can you Chinese finger trap that?
If I could take the camera out of the iMac and show you the back of it, I would, but it's all one unit. I need to get a separate webcam.
Webcam.
Oh, pizza's here.
Speaking of pizza,
tortillas. Are you just like silently eating it?
Speaking of pizza, I want to jump on the rant thing right now because I'm pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
Okay. And
yeah,
you know what?
Let's do that.
I order from a couple different pizza places. I have this Germano's Pizza I have down the road, which is a little more expensive, but when Surf Wife and Surf Dub and Surf Son came over, we ordered from there. It's a little more expensive, but you get a lot better
reasonably
pizza.
Sure they call it Germano's.
Whatever, dude. It's Germano's.
Hey,
no, that's not true because
be ethnically, culturally correct.
when I used to order through the phone, they would answer Germano's, not Germano's. It's not fucking Jaime, you fucking douche.
It's not your taco restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. It's not
Original
100
taco?
tacos. OT, baby.
I love that phone call. That was awesome.
So, like I was saying, I usually eat. I like Domino's because their crust has gotten a lot better in the past few years. And once in a while, the kids like pizza because they like the stuffed crust pizza. So today I was fucking lazy and didn't want to cook, so I'm like, hey, you guys want pizza? And they're like, yeah, let's get pizza, Dad. So okay, I'm like, okay. I order pizza at 5:30. And, you know, I'm like, let's get pizza, let's get some wings, and then we'll get some cheese sticks. So I get pizza, wings, and cheese sticks. And, you know, it's an hour and 5 minutes later before the fucking little computer nerd shows up with my food. Okay, so, you know, he shows up, I sign for my shit, I open a pizza. And normally Pizza Hut's stuffed crust pizza, the crust is pretty thick. And the pizza, you know, the crust at the bottom isn't bad. Well, I pick the fucking pizza up, okay? I rip it apart, and as I rip it apart, a corner comes off. So I grab the pizza by the cheese, you know, the stuffed crust, and the thing flops down and slaps me in the wrist. Okay? It's the most limp pizza. I legitimately thought
flaccid wiener.
No, yeah, I thought legitimately what they did is they took my toppings and my cheese and my sauce, and they put it on the cardboard, and they just put, like, cheese sticks around it, because that's what it looked like. It was the most pathetic fucking pizza in the world. And then I grabbed the wings, and it seemed like they probably... I'm assuming the wings have been sitting out since last Tuesday, because they're
aged well. They're aged well.
Yeah, they're like aged wings. So
like
I just want to tell everybody: do not order from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut can lick my balls.
I bet you that pizza is still better than any pizza you can find in California.
I've heard that. I've heard that, like, in terms of meat and fresh, like, produce. Well, not fresh produce, but, like, in terms of meat ingredients, like good beef, sausage, like all that shit, you can't fucking find on the West Coast very well.
Yeah, but you know what? They got fine-ass bitches.
Coming from Chicago, the pizza here is the worst thing ever.
The pizza by the slice is hard to come by around here. You can't. There's no like Napoli's. There's no good shit where you can just go grab a slice for $2 here.
Is that some Zerglings running around, or?
Fine.
Yes, it is. It's a 6-pool, by the way.
Sean, so wait, when your pizza was all fucked up, did you get in the guy's face where you're like, "You want to take this outside, bro?"
I'm like, dude, this fucking pizza sucks. You want to go outside, bitch?
Listen, I am upset. I am genuinely upset. I'm sure that guy didn't communicate that
This
effectively.
shit goes limper than fucking me at Jim Beam, bro.
The funny part is like I legitimately considered calling the fucking place and saying this is the most pathetic pizza in the world, but I just tweeted it. It was better that way. It made me feel good.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I just watched a White Boy 7th Street video where he got like a sponsorship from Pizza Hut to do a video, and then at the end of the video he uses the app to order a Pizza Hut pizza, and they paid him for that.
Domino's has an app too.
Chipotle has an app too.
Everyone has an app now. How can you not have an app?
Netflix has an app.
I don't have an app.
You can watch girls.
I am
need
making
an app.
It's gonna say everything I hashtag every day.
Fucking
You can watch
Sean's
Girls Gone Dead
soundboard.
mobile.
Exactly.
Okay, by the way, really quick for
Shank
viewers,
soundboard.
everyone right now should follow all of us on Twitter, but specifically follow Sean Shank if you want to see him add the exact same hashtags to every single tweet. Fuck Boston Surf and Shake. It's so funny. I love that shit. It makes me laugh every time, because even if it has nothing to do with the tweet, it's still in there. I love it, dude. Eventually we're going to see it trending on Twitter, because there'll be like 4 of us at some point simultaneously hashtagging it.
Fuck that, dude. That's why I used to try to hashtag the shit that was relevant to the topic. You know, like, oh, I got my dick stuck in my zipper, bloody penis, or something like that. And now it's just like, you know,
Whoa.
you know, now it's like I want to hashtag stuff that bothers me.
Blood and pee, BRB.
And now it's like, you know, fuck
Bloody still
Boston,
problems.
fuck Boston, Surf and Shank, and Overdose. I tweet the same fucking shit. And honestly, now it's so great because on my phone, all I have to do is hit the hashtag and like F, and fuck Boston comes up right at the top. So my lazy ass doesn't even have to type it in now.
it like fucking indexes that shit for
Yeah,
you.
exactly. It's got all my fucking hashtags. And the funny part is, if my tweet's too long, I'll lower the tweet characters just so I can fit all my hashtags in.
That's so funny, dude. I love the hieroglyphical fucking the linguist you have to be in order to make tweets. Sometimes like, okay, if I remove this apostrophe and turn this into a slang word and this one ebonics, then we can make it all fit.
Well, see, that's why
It's a great
it's
little
fine
puzzle.
with me,
Or
because
you just remove
most
words.
of mine are ebonics anyways. You know?
Or you just start removing words. You're like,
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah, this is
poor
Remove
grammar
vowels.
and ebonics.
Remove
Well, I
vowels.
guess those are synonyms for each other. I was going to say poor grammar and ebonics are 2 different things, and then I realized that was wrong.
yeah, you get rid of vowels, you condense words down to like 3 letters.
And you got to drop your jaw when you say shit.
We gotta get
Wait,
all
that's
Sylvester
Southern.
Stallone. We just get
The
all,
South will rise again, man.
get
You guys
all
ever
Paul,
seen that episode of
Halsey on the
Friends?
side. What?
That's so funny.
So, I mean,
what
that's-
other things do people hate?
That's my rant. My rant was I was gonna rant on other stuff, but Pizza Hut was my rant
transition,
right
I'm
now.
sorry.
So
Boston.
guess what? No, you want me to fuck Boston, but fuck Pizza Hut today.
Hallmark holiday.
Hallmark holidays. Don't get me started on that.
I attempted a mini transition earlier. I'm sorry, guys. I
Yeah,
fall
stop
for
with your
the graces.
transition.
How dare you?
Who wants to
I
go
think-
ahead on a 30-second rant next? Elba?
Well, I don't know, Gilder.
30
Next
second
on
rant?
30-second rants.
Sure. Well, I've already talked about California driving. It's the worst fucking thing in the world. The speed limit, 10 miles under the speed limit is about normal speed for people out here. If you're going down a hill or up a hill, you will brake for some reason. There will be no cars in front of you. People fucking brake going down a hill.
It
You
goes
can't just
break.
fucking let off the gas and drive like a normal person. And then fucking the left lane on the highway. It's not a fast lane. It's the slow lane. No, people are fucking retarded. It's so dumb. I hate driving here. I have to swerve in and out of traffic just to make it to work on time because people are driving under the speed limit the whole time. It's
Is it
so
that much
pissed
worse
off.
than Chicago?
driving.
I kind of want to tag team into that. Can I tag team? Can you
Go.
tag me in right now? I'm going for the tag over here.
Y5.
Okay, so
Y5.
you think California's dangerous? I agree. California's a fucking slut hole because they have fucking potholes everywhere, and it's gay as shit because they're either going 100 or they're going 50. And the only problem is, all right, you're talking about the HOV lane on the left lane.
405.
The hovercraft
the
lane?
The carpool lane. The carpool.
Now I'm talking about next to that.
Oh, okay,
What's
okay.
high occupancy vehicles? Is that it?
One or
Yes.
more person can go in the carpool lane if you have two people in your car.
So the carpool lane in Arizona,
God for
so
my
California, and I think, okay, so Chicago has it to where like they literally break you off into a different highway, and that's great. California has it to where you can only go in for certain times, and they solid bar the rest of it. Arizona, it's like fucking whatever you want to do. So it's the same rules. They have better highways, but in Arizona, what happens is that for traffic-wise, at least, everyone's like gridlocked going to work, and you're going like 70 in the HOV lane, but like at any fucking moment, this car could just be like, oh fuck it, and they just go left, right in your lane at like 50 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, and you're going like 70, and you have to fucking just brake hard, and you look into it, and they don't even have another person in there. They just want to get to work like 30 seconds quicker.
See, now, you know what's funny is, like, I drive down 12 down here. I shoot straight to 12 to my work, and
Nobody
Yeah.
knows what that is.
Rand Road.
nobody watches anyway, so it doesn't matter. I shoot down Rand, and like when I'm driving to work and I know there's construction, I give a shit if I'm a half hour late. But when I'm getting home, there better be no goddamn construction because you're interfering with my personal time. That's the way I look at it. I don't give a shit about construction on my way to work. I'm not
Waiting
trying
for
to get to work
masturbation
early.
time.
Exactly, yeah. My alone time is my masturbation time.
Have you ever watched porn in your car?
No.
Oh my
A
god.
little bit.
But you know what? I
hooked
shouldn't
it
say
up-
that
I hooked it
because
up to
every
my car
time.
audio, and I watched it like while I was in traffic.
I've had a friend in the passenger seat put it on and stick it up on the like above the dash.
Dude, one time I was at a drive-thru with Surf Wife, and it was late at night, and there was a minivan in front of us, and then like the drop-down DVD, there was like some crazy porn on it, like driving around. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. You could like clearly see it through the window. It was so funny.
Love it.
Gotta love some porn, man. People just getting
God.
freaky.
How do you not love porn?
I mean, you and Tim watch the same porn anyway, so.
Apparently, yeah. Wee wee.
Harlem Struggle with anyone? Harlem
Oh
Struggle?
my god.
No thanks.
I watched that 3
Oh,
times
man.
this morning.
Oh yeah.
You know, I know we were talking about Xbox a little bit earlier. We probably should have jumped into the PlayStation right after that, but that they're not going to require you to have a PlayStation Plus account, which is going to be your online.
Shut up.
To be able to stream your game recording.
Rackham Willie, anybody? Rackham?
We should actually reach out to Rackham Willie and see if he'll be on the show.
Dude, that would be so awesome. That'd be my biggest life accomplishment to have Rackham Willie on the show. I stick my dick in a big old pool of pudding.
When you beat the Georgia Bulldog,
You're
gonna
gonna
have a
feel
bulldog.
bulldog.
Boy.
I'm sorry, Shake. PS4.
PS4 is not going to require you to have PlayStation Plus to be able to record and stream your gameplays.
You should be able to record and stream?
No, you don't need to be a PlayStation Plus member, which PlayStation Plus is going to be like Xbox Live for them.
This is just becoming a show of explain things to Surf because he's so fucking stupid he can't put 2 and 2 together.
So you're not going to need the PlayStation Plus to be able to record and do your live streams.
Is there a streaming program that they're doing? Because I remember you said that they were trying to be like some kind of exclusive, you know, like how Xbox One is doing Twitch.
Well, supposedly there's a button right on the PlayStation 4 controller, the PlayStation, whatever, DualShock 4, where you just hit a button and you just start recording. And I think then it saves it to your hard drive. It saves it to your hard drive, and then you could just stream it to whatever, YouTube, Twitch, whatever.
It's a lie. I don't believe it.
It's pretty cool. Oh, sorry.
Since it wasn't Dynasty mentioning last week, like they're gonna try and disable like third-party like capture cards recording a video.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that. Yeah.
Dude, that would be a disaster. Oh, by the way, a little funny story. Oh, go ahead.
I don't get how they can do that if it's just basically sending out the signal to 2 cables.
I think there's like a I think there's an interruption in the signal once it hits the Elgato card because it goes directly from the TV to the Elgato, and then the Elgato Xbox, and then the Xbox to the computer.
I just got a splitter.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm assuming there's got to be something to detect it. I mean, it happens with Netflix. Anytime I have my capture card in and I go on Netflix, I have to switch over the cables because it automatically detects it, which is annoying.
Oh, really? I don't have that.
But if I hook it through my computer, it somehow bypasses it because I've got the adapter for Thunderbolt, and if I wanted to, technically I could capture 1080 fucking right on my computer from Netflix, but I wouldn't have the audio because fucking Thunderbolt's a cunt about the audio. But
that's weird.
I feel like they could maybe do something where you have to use some like on-console app to record. Maybe. I don't know.
Dude,
that's what Xbox One is doing. They have Twitch that you have on it, and then it goes through. It's like accompanied with Twitch.
But I feel like the capture card basically just takes the signal that's going to your TV and just records it.
See, so this is my problem. Maybe I don't know if it's because it's an older PlayStation 3, the one that Shank gave me. I had down here. And my Xbox has been upstairs lately, and so I haven't been doing a lot of captures. I finally just got some done because I just moved the Xbox back down. However, before that happened, I was like, I've got Saints Row the Third from Shank. I'll get some funny capture shit of me fucking slamming people's heads into the pavement. That'll be great. I go to hook it up. I've got all kinds of. I eventually read on the card from Elgato and also online that you have to change the settings on the actual PlayStation. So like a different input, component, S component, whatever, right? I do all this. Long story short, after like 30 different configurations, I still couldn't capture anything from PS3. And I'm not super tech savvy, but I'm also not a tech Neanderthal. Like I can read directions. It's very simple. It's like 2 cables. No configuration I could set up what allowed me to fucking capture.
Sean is such a dick for giving you that the old PS3.
What a
Dude, it's like 1,000 pounds, but I'm appreciative. It's like if I was here's how I look at it. If I was a guy who couldn't have sex with anyone, but a 1,000-pound lady wanted to have sex with me, I'm not going to complain. She's offering it to me willingly. That's what's going on with the PS3. I have no access to a PS3. I don't care if it's the first generation. It's so big and heavy. It's really cumbersome, but I don't give a shit.
And that's how the disc tray got broken. Or they don't even have a disc tray.
No, they just have a disc tray.
They just have a slot.
Yeah. Trust me, you don't want to know what's been in that slot.
Just like the 1,000-pound woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Whole corns on the cob. I mean, any produce that's even slightly phallic.
You know what's nice is speaking of 1,000-pound women, about a decade ago, one of the 1,000-pound women I was banging, through one of her folds, a Big Mac fell out. The shitty part was it was through the first Monopoly game, and I found the fucking boardwalk, but it had expired. You know how pissed I was? I said, God must appreciate me for banging a big, ugly, fat chick. He's going to let me win $1 million. But they're like, oh, the game ended 6 months ago.
You must have felt like this.
I did, but the nice part was I got a Big Mac for free.
1,000-pound woman, because I don't even know what that looks like.
Seriously, who's hanging drywall in the background? Am I the only one who hears tap, 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 tap going on?
No, you're not the only one.
That's all me. That's outside too. That's even like in the back.
Can you tell them you're trying to do a
rabbit trying to
podcast?
break in?
Can you tell them they're doing a podcast and be considerate of your needs?
Let me just try and mute my mic every time I hear it.
If you can tell Thumper and Bambi to knock it off.
Exactly.
People think I'm talking about the cartoon, and I'm just talking about two surfer stoners.
So this is what a 1,000-pound woman looks like. So it was this her?
That was her. Yes, it was. She was a little bit
I would
bigger.
love to hit that.
She was
She
a little bit
definitely
bigger at the
squats.
time. She was a little bit bigger at the time. And honestly, I'm not sure I was inside of her vagina or a fold, but it still felt.
I'll be honest, man.
Now those folds are
I do
stuck
it.
together.
I mean, it all looks very smooth.
Oh my God, she was smooth, man. I mean,
She's
the
got good-
nice part is,
She's got
The
like
nice
blood
part-
pooling in her calves, but I mean,
Something
it's-
smooth.
when I smacked her in the face when I was done, she couldn't get up and chase me.
You know what's funny? Ever since we've taken on these topics, again, viewers are dropping like flies. I like that
Really?
that amuses us. At least it amuses me. I just think it's funny
That's-
when we lower the bar that's already so low for Overdose. It's just really funny to see the reactions of people.
I don't want to watch this shit.
Yeah,
I
it
got
is
better.
garbage.
I got better things to do, like slice my wrist or take a whole thing of Tylenol.
Do they have a trend chart to see like the viewership during like the minutes?
Well, I can draw. Wait, hold on. Hey,
I've been looking at it the whole time.
I can draw.
Well, I'm
it for
saying,
you. Here
like-
we go.
Can we review this and be like, oh, like 40 minutes in when like so and so started to do this, that's when it dropped or something. You
To
know,
be
like
honest, I think a lot of times people are refreshing streams because like it'll go from like let's say like a dozen viewers down to like 8 to like 5, and then it goes right back up to like 10 or 11. So I think a lot of people are just refreshing.
You know, it's because the fucking comments that are supposed to automatically update, they just stop.
So
Yeah,
people
like,
refresh. I bet
like
that's
the
right.
last comment's like 20 minutes ago, and that was from me.
No,
I don't
that's
even
not
have that one.
At least that's what I say. I just put Germanos.
So,
Yeah, the last one I had was Yo Tim Shut Up from like.
That was
40
like an
minutes
hour ago.
so the Hangout toolbox, you can get to the comments in there, the green like little messenger thing.
Right,
lets you
but
see
that thing a
comments.
lot of times doesn't work.
It's more up to date than YouTube was.
Dude, I don't got shit on that shit.
You gotta click the shared thing.
Share sources.
You gotta
Add
go
all.
to shared, I
Add.
think, or stream, and then add it, and then you see them all under stream.
You're gonna have to teach me how to do that in the post show because I have no idea what you're saying.
I,
I get what you're saying. I can't execute it.
Yeah, neither can I. I'm trying to do the same thing, man. I can't get dick moving. Either way,
Dude, have you ever get your dick moving?
I did. That's why I had
Sounds
two
like
kids.
me freshman year of college.
yeah, I don't know. You can just show your screen later, and I'll be like, you click that.
Oh, that's my pizza. All right, you know what? My Portillo's been sitting on the table this whole time, and I
Yeah,
just
eat that
assumed
shit,
that
man.
Surf Wife was like taking a piss and then gonna come and bring it over to me. But no, she left it. She left it on the table for me to go get. So let me deal with this travesty right now, so I can eat my salad. It's customary. I have to eat on the show.
Talks about travesty. Some of us don't get people to bring
Stay
us
strong, little beers. Don't fall.
Yeah, my girlfriend like avoids me when I'm on this show, so.
Yeah, well, my girlfriend's imaginary, so she doesn't talk at all. It makes
My
life pretty
girlfriend is
easy.
the girl I call for Domino's each month.
I,
Yeah,
no, I'm
exactly.
good.
Exactly. I'm like, hey,
She always
Vince, bring me
comes in
something.
6 minutes or less. It's pretty nice.
Exactly.
Are you making food? I'll eat
I'm-
some.
I think Gilman has an imaginary girlfriend back there too.
I don't know what the fuck what's going on with him. He's got his own thing going on.
My roommate's like, I'm making some mac and cheese with some sausage. I was like, all right.
Wait, they're backwards. What should you guys?
Yeah.
We said we hate you.
Well, I mean that's expected. I think there's a tamale in here.
My
I
roommate
get it.
offered me some mac and cheese with some sausage.
Here's a piece of bread, carb.
Is that a hot dog?
No, it's just a piece of bread that came with the salad. But I suspect, yes, there's a tamale here.
Is that a hot dog?
No, it's a tamale. And then I got that bomb-ass chopped salad with no noodles, bitch.
Is that a hot dog?
Yes. I gave Surf Son 2 hot dogs tonight, and they were grilled. But you know when you're a kid and you see the char marks, you're like, ew, it's burned. He strategically peeled off all of the casing from his hot dogs, and he was that determined to eat the hot dog. And then I don't put a bib on him because I'm like, I'm going to trust you. We got to build some trust, okay? You're 2.5. Let's not do the bib. So he starts taking the ketchup on his plate, which he calls chup, and he just takes it, like slathers it in his mouth, and then wipes it all over his white PJs. Like, you son of a bitch! I just told you we need to build some trust. What the fuck is going on here? He'll eat a cup of pudding flawless, but give him ketchup and it's like face paint and shit. It's everywhere.
What's wrong with that, man?
I'm gonna mute my mic while I eat, and I'll only chime in when absolutely necessary.
Good, thank God. It'll be a fucking successful show then if you're not gonna fucking chime
Exactly.
in. Exactly.
Whoa.
Let's explain to Surf what we're talking about now.
I say we don't even come up with top 4 because we have like 80 this week, and I don't think we've talked about 2 of them.
We've talked about 4 or 5.
Girls Gone Dead.
I
How
haven't
about
looked
that?
this week. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's come back to that.
We love Girls Gone Dead.
Did you watch after the credits, by the way?
I did not. Once the credits came on, I was so excited about the ending. I was like,
the end of the credits. The Lawler's like, it's good to be the king because he makes out with the chick's girlfriend.
but they were all dead.
No, the 2 survive. The one guy that the girl likes and the blonde chick.
Right, the blonde chick. Who else survives?
The guy that's with her.
Yeah, so he makes out with the blonde chick?
Yeah, Lawler does, and he's
Oh,
like, and then
okay.
the guy's like, "What the hell?" And he just turns and looks at the camera and goes, "It's good to be the king."
No, I didn't watch it. I never watched the credits after that.
Did you watch at least the like deleted scenes?
No, I didn't watch any of that stuff.
Oh my god!
As soon as it was, dude, because what happened is it was, I wanted to do it one night, and then Surf wanted to play a game, so we ended up playing a game, and I watched it after that.
Tickle the pickle. Be honest.
Yeah. No, I think it was last Thursday I was going to watch it. Or Wednesday night I was going to watch it. And then he wanted to play, so we played some Far Cry.
Snake in the Garden.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Ford.
What is going on?
So I watched it afterwards. I didn't end up watching it until like 11:30, so it was on until after 1 o'clock in the morning. So as soon as it was over, dude, I was like, I got to fucking pass out.
Yeah, just resume it. It's those scenes are worth it.
Okay, I have to. Honestly, I'm going to say one thing, is I was upset that the blonde didn't get naked in the movie.
Yeah, she's like the only one too. It's terrible.
Yeah, everybody was.
You're just waiting for it the whole movie. You're like,
guaranteed there was
show
some
me your
huge fight
tits.
about that on the set. Guaranteed. Everyone thought that she was going to show some titties. She got on the set. They pressured her, and she was like, "No, I don't have to. I already signed the contract." One of my other favorite scenes is when the killer's up in the like mansion party with Ron Jeremy is at, and the guy's holding he's like trying to protect Beetlejuice.
Oh, and he
like,
throws him at him?
He's like, "Fuck this," and holds him up, and then jumps off the balcony and misses the pool.
Misses the pool.
What an idiot.
Fucking so ridiculous.
It was chopped salad?
It was quite a funny movie.
Joe's gonna toss some salads.
Well, he does every day. What do you think? Where do you think we come up with the topics for Surf and Shank? It happens while he's tossing my salad. See, a little bit of that too. Weird. What do you guys think about Amazon maybe getting into the console business?
Seems legit.
I don't see why not. They're in everything else, right?
Hey, you also have like the Steam box that supposedly they've been making.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, that just streams right to your TV. Shit.
Sounds like my steamy undercarriage.
Let's not get into that.
So what right now?
I think they just need something different for people. This what's that thing like the Oni or whatever that other thing is?
Ouya.
I mean,
Ouya.
That thing's been taking, it's been picking up steam, and I think people are over like the console war between the two. I think they want different kind of stuff.
Oh, so
Go ahead, go.
I say, have you heard of the Oculus Rift?
Yeah.
No.
I just learned that they work in the same building as I do.
That's
that
cool.
company.
Dude, I've heard
I tried to send them an email asking if I could come check it out, and they responded with, "We don't do demos in our office right now." I could just show up.
Be like, hey,
Here,
man.
This is what I need you to do, Matt. I need you to go to their office, stand in front of their office, just hold up your middle finger, take a picture, send it to me so I can put it on Instagram and say, fuck them.
Hashtag Oculus Rift. Fuck Oculus Rift.
Exactly. Anybody who wants to follow me on, what's that place called again?
Twitter?
No, Twitter's fine, but it's the same thing. I'm the same thing
Instagram.
on Instagram.
I already follow you. I'm waiting for these pictures with the middle finger up at everyone.
I'm going
Insta-ounce.
I'm gonna honestly, like at work, I'm gonna get behind an old lady, put a middle finger up, and take a picture of the back of her white hair, and then send it out and say "fuck old people."
And then, like, magically somehow the CEO of your company will see you in uniform, and fire you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, how's he gonna see me in uniform? He's gonna be my finger. I have to prove it's my finger.
So I have a friend that actually kickstarted the Ouya, and he has one. I'm asking him if he has anything he can share with us.
I heard a lot of people who did the Kickstarter for Ouya didn't get it while they were promised. Like it launched and they didn't get it until after launch.
That seems like a lot of Kickstarters are similar to that though, because they end up like not development, the manufacturing time usually takes longer.
This is what I would like. Here's what I would like. I know that Ouya it plays the Android games. I would like a system like where I could take my iPhone, and it's a system that docks my iPhone, and I can play any game I want, or like my Android, any game I bought through that, I can dock it, and it goes right to my TV, and I can still have the controller. Why do I have to? Go ahead.
I say Chromecast might be able to do that soon.
See, well then Chromecast will have my $35.
There's an adapter you can do that, because I do that with Netflix. I'm sure you can do it with games.
You know what I'd like? World peace. And for Sarah McLachlan to stop making fucking commercials.
Can someone mute him, please?
Speaking of Android games, Robot Unicorn Attack 2 has came out recently.
I don't know what that is.
That is the Derby?
Robot Unicorn Attack is one of the greatest games ever.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you explain more? It sounds cool, Unicorn Attack.
Is it where you chase the dragon and you just never catch the dragon?
You're a unicorn that runs across, like, side-scrolling game where you got to collect, like, fairies and dash through stars and now giants. In the first one, there weren't giants. Second one, there's giants, and you can, like, customize your unicorn and stuff. You can get a new horn. You can get new, like, trailing light that follows you. You can change your unicorn color. You can get wings.
Can you name your unicorn?
No, you can't name the unicorn.
Dude, that's bullshit. Some of the customization options, no naming feature?
Is it like the Pokemon game?
It's not like Pokemon. You don't collect them all. Well, you collect a lot of things, but not them all.
What's this Pokemon game you speak of?
That's what your kids play.
So my friend is sending me comments about the Ouya. He said he got it 3 weeks before launch.
Oh, he did?
And that they need a more organized and better layout for their like store. But the hardware is nice.
Well, that's cool.
So how is the Ouya compared to like current generation consoles? Is it supposed to be like a next gen or what?
No, it just plays Android games. I mean, that's really it. I mean, basically, you can play Angry Birds on your TV.
Oh, that's cool, I guess.
I think it's cool, like I said. But then the fact is that if you have an Ouya, okay, and let's say you have an Android phone, then if you want Angry Birds, you have to buy it again. That's what I'm saying. I should have a fucking dock where it could be like, bam, I already bought Angry Birds.
Oh, like a cloud?
Yeah, where I can fucking just take it from there, continue my game from my iPhone, and take it on the fucking go. And, like, if I'm at work and I beat 21 levels, I can come home and I can continue from there. That's
he also
my
mentioned, he also mentioned me the Game Stick, which I linked in chat, but it's another Kickstarter that's been funded. The title's like putting big screen gaming in your pocket. It looks like a controller with a USB stick or an HDMI like USB type thing.
USB, yeah.
That's cool.
USB could be you stupid bitch.
Oh, there it is. I got it to work now, the comment tracker.
And the Ouya, he says it's about a quarter of the power probably of the current gen, and then maybe like 1/16 of the next gen consoles. It's not powerful. It's not made to be powerful.
It's like Sean's penis.
It's made to be practical, right? You just can like
wait.
The true casual gamer that like games at work and he's like, shit, I want to game on my big screen TV.
I like that you're still watching StarCraft.
Forever streaming. I'm gonna start like really practicing, but I need a better keyboard.
Hey, you wanna do some 2v2?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh,
I'm bad.
I need a better keyboard. I've been looking at the Philcos, like the fucking Korean keyboards, but they're so expensive.
What do you play?
Like StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm. I've played Civilization 5. I mean,
I meant which race?
For what?
Protoss. I bet Tim plays.
Oh, like the camp. What are you talking about?
Which race when you play multiplayer? Like Zerg, Protoss, Terran?
I'm gonna say Zerg. I'm gonna take bet on Zerg. That yellow.
Oh, which race? For some reason, I thought you were like witch as in like a witch. I don't know what I. But yeah, I played Protoss. I'm probably like very high diamond Protoss, but everything else is probably like.
Protoss was favorite in the
gold.
first. My favorite in the first one. I haven't played the second one yet though.
I can probably get platinum on random, but my Protoss for sure is like near master if I actually play.
Well, I guess you're gonna be carrying me then.
I don't know. I'm pretty bad at 2 vs 2. Like when it comes to like metagame, my metagame is fucking awful. Like if I know someone's going something that's like truly countering me, like I don't know if it's my hubris, but I'm just like so stubborn. I just go with whatever I want to go with. But no one wants to hear that shit. This is
Yeah,
PC
right?
gaming.
This
This
is-
is out of the realm of the Mac.
StarCraft. This is some like real-time strategy shit right here.
Did you guys
We
see?
can talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Did you guys see the picture I sent out with Jordan dunking at 50 years old?
That's legit. I love it.
You know, it's funny
I
is
can dunk.
that just like I think it was today I was reading on I think Yahoo where Gilbert Arenas, who is like a disgraced basketball player, I think he got a few years ago he brought a fucking gun in the locker room and got suspended, but he was saying that he would dominate Jordan one-on-one, even though Jordan could dunk at 50. He admitted that if they were both in their prime, he couldn't take him. And I still think Arenas has his head so far up his ass he can lick his own tonsils, man.
I mean, he's
Sorry.
talented, but he couldn't really commit to anything. Just like every other star that's like from the hood. That I think it's cool that Greg Oden's coming back to the Lakers. Like he hasn't been playing at all in the NBA, and I think it's kind of cool. The ugliest, voted the ugliest NBA player ever who has never actually truly played much in the NBA.
Now that's a title I'd love to have.
The ugliest professional basketball player.
Look at that motherfucker. I thought they were all on this motherfucker. Is
You have that
fun.
title, just you can't add ugliest basketball player to the end of it.
Right. Well, I'd like to add. I mean, that's what I was saying. I'd like the ugliest basketball player. The fact is that I can't. That
Just
my
the
vertical.
ugliest player of life.
Yeah, my vertical is less than half an inch. So
Yeah,
I
so is your horizontal.
as you sit there and shove your face there, Surf.
Who's there?
Your mama.
Booyah.
Ooh yeah, ooh.
What if the company's whole purpose was to make a console that just made people say, ooh, yeah, but no one pronounces it right because they don't do it sexually enough?
Maybe it was. Who knows?
You just inspired me to kickstart a porn-only console.
Dude,
Pretty
what is the
much.
deal? What is the deal
They
with
only have
foreign
porn
game
sites.
developers not being able to get fucking licensing through Microsoft and that bullshit? Like, as soon as the Kinect came out, there should have been a porn game, and there is not.
There's a porn game. It's called any game that takes pictures and you just get naked and do it.
I mean, you can turn it into a porn game by turning on the Kinect camera and getting a blowy. But that's a real-life game. That's not nearly as satisfying.
Well, let me ask you a question. Where can I find this individual that's going to give a blowy? Because I mean, I want to play that game.
Speaking of that, a lot of companies are making Oculus Rift porn games.
What?
Porn games for the Oculus Rift.
Nice.
That
I'm
sounds
gonna
like
buy
a
it.
rip in space-time. Oculus Rift.
No idea. I don't know much
So-
about the game, so.
Joe, if I have a 10 to 12 minute Fruit Ninja gameplay, should I send it your way so you can do a commentary over it?
Yeah, I'll commentate over it. Doesn't matter.
It's gonna be an eccentric.
The world's worst
Fruit
gamer.
Ninja.
I hate
Will be mine.
contacting Blizzard.
You what?
I don't know. I have like multiple authenticators because I went to BlizzCon,
Yeah.
and apparently the one that I know where it is, doesn't work.
I've never. Well, this is probably bad to say, but I've never done an authenticator ever. Ever.
I got a
I don't
free
even-
one at BlizzCon.
I don't even know what that means. What
Authentic
exactly does that
Jesus.
mean?
It's nerd talk for security for your account.
An account for what? A Blizzard game, I'm assuming, right?
For a
Well,
Blizzard
I like
game.
used to be like a hardcore WoW player back in the day.
And I know what that is. That's World of Warcraft. See, I know the lingo.
SC2? Diablo 3?
StarCraft 2.
And
StarCraft 2.
now,
Sean's
Actually,
trying
yeah.
so hard to stay relevant and hip.
Oh, I am. I am at 40. It's so hard. just it's hard all the time. It's almost like being 14 the first time it gets up, and this is I know the last. Within 3 years it probably won't even move.
That's because you're on a Viagra regimen, right?
Yeah, I'll look later.
Do you have low T? I asked a coworker today if he had low T. He got really mad.
I don't have low T. I have no T. So I'm waiting for a pill for that.
No T, no D.
No P, no T, no A, no anything. My
Well,
bad.
that third P, well, that's not that simple.
I love those commercials where it's like, it can cure the common cold but may cause side effects such as herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, heart attack, major headaches, heartburn, explosive
Second penis.
diarrhea.
The best is when they contradict themselves. Like, are you depressed? Do you need an antidepressant? Well, the side effects are you want to kill yourself. It's like, okay, so I won't be
Suicidal
depressed,
tendencies.
but I might just string out and fucking kill myself.
Yeah, a side effect of the depression medication is that it might make you depressed.
That was a terrible decision.
If you're on the edge, we might push you over.
It's like anti-acne, and it's like anti-acne medication might want you to slit your wrist specifically.
So I thought there was a lot less whiskey left in that bottle than there was, and this is the cup.
Wow.
Nice.
That's always a fun challenge.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night.
Be a fun Wednesday tomorrow for you again, Killer Monk.
Yeah, just like last week.
Yeah,
I read an
last
article that said.
Good.
I read an article that said if the FDA today tried to approve aspirin, it would never pass. That's how different the regulation is now for it to pass. There's so many complications that people have with aspirin.
Well, shit, man, it has ass in the word. It just sounds dangerous.
Yeah, Corinne.
Hey, who couldn't use a little ass every day? Seriously. If everyone got a little ass every day, you know how much happier the world would be? Like when I become president, there's not going to be prostitutes. Everybody's going to get laid every single day, and it's going to be by a decent chick, and I guarantee you there'll be no road rage, no one will get mad at anyone. It'll be the happiest world in the world. You want world peace? There will be world peace.
There'll just be
world
road
peace of
rage
ass.
in people's
Seriously.
pants.
World peace of ass is what I'm going
The
to call
number
it.
of dead hookers will skyrocket, but they're soulless anyways, right?
Exactly. They're fucking ain't got no souls. I mean, seriously, what was nice is when I bought
I'm just kidding. I don't actually believe that. I just thought it was funny.
When I bought my charger, it has a huge trunk. So I was like, let's see how many dead hookers I can fit in it. And actually, I can fit 17 dead hookers in the back of my charger trunk. So.
Now, is that with or without the lime that dissolves the bodies?
Oh, that's without the lime. I get to put the lime in the spare tire. In where the spare tire goes.
Well,
17 dead hookers.
I thought when you said charger, you meant like a charger for your phone or something.
Yes, I fit 17 dead hookers in my iPhone 5 charger.
I know he was talking about his first midlife crisis.
Oh, so those are the changes they made to the charger. That's
Yes.
why they repatented or whatever the fuck they did.
Yes, for people like me who like to murder hookers.
So, sort of related to this topic, I was talking to
Killing hookers.
Dynasty on Skype earlier today. This might be a surf and shank topic this week's shank, but I did some math.
Okay.
Meth? You did some meth.
I did some math.
Don't we all?
No, but if you've got 1 million subscribers, and let's say on average your viewership for females is 2.5 to 3.5%, maybe higher if you're lucky. At 1 million subs, that means there's 25,000 women that would potentially be into you. Out of that 25,000, let's say 10,000 are decent looking. Let's say out of that 10,000, 5,000 of them are down to fuck.
DTF.
Let's say out of that 5,000, 1,000 are of age. And let's say out of that 1,000, 50 of them are within driving distance of you. To me, if you've got 1 million subs, there's no reason why you shouldn't have a booty call all the time. Sex is totally accessible, right? I mean, that's my only ambition to get to 1 million subs is so I can cheat on my wife.
Well, you don't cheat.
Wait.
Include her.
I'm just kidding. I would never cheat on her. I would involve her in a menage a
I
trois.
thought that was the reason we were friends, so that when you do hit 1 million subs, that I can sleep with all the people who like you, and I can pretend I'm you.
So I could live
Vicariously
through
through
you.
me, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good arrangement. I mean, I'll be the creepy guy in the corner with
The video
plastic
camera?
bag and the balloon. Yeah, and the camera.
Exactly. I'm
I don't
fine
mind.
with that.
Or I could paint a still photo of the scene.
Yeah. I'm
And then
cool with that.
we got a surf dub in like Arizona, I think, and then California too. So
Sure.
it's like,
I just figured it would be me because I only live within, driving distance of, surf.
Hey, there's a surf dub on Twitter. By the way, if you're surf dub on Twitter, fuck you. Took my fucking name.
Nerve.
It's someone who has a Volkswagen van that restores surfboards.
Well, you're
Like
a
you son of
fat
a bitch.
die.
So I had to take Surf Dub's awesome, which is a true statement. So I thought I'd go with it. And then Surf Wife had to take Surf Wifey because some dumb bitch, some dumb cunt. That's like a Japanese word. Some dumb cunt.
see you next Tuesday.
Some dumb cunt has Surf Wife.
What a bitch.
I mean, you could have gone with @SurfDurf.
So Surf Son also tries to say fork, and he says, fuck. And then when he tries to do something, he's saying, the fuck? The fuck? But he also knows that the word fuck actually makes me laugh. So every night when I'm rocking him, putting him to sleep, he'll whisper in my ear, he'll be like, fuck. Fuck. And it makes me laugh so hard. And he does it just because it makes me laugh.
That's funny.
And I never correct it. And I never
That's
tell Surf Wife that.
Funny. Well, you just did.
She's not watching. Are you kidding me? She's fucking watching Housewives of fucking Horror County.
You just told Surf Wife and 3 other people besides us. Oh, that's funny.
Dee Ryan says at least when you kill the hooker, you get your money back. Which is like Grand Theft Auto.
Wait. I don't pay him. I kill him before I pay him. Seriously. Yeah, I suppose you expect me to wear a condom too, right?
That's what kills him, actually.
Yeah, exactly. The fucking burning fucking penis injected into him.
All right, now here's the new deal.
Okay.
If you are a subscriber of mine and you watch my videos, you are entering into a verbal binding contract that entitles me to sex. That's the exchange. I create content.
Guys?
Oh, all of them, yeah. I'm not gay, but I would like the option. You know what I mean? Hold on, wait.
I pretended to freeze. I got nervous.
Who's
Follow
there? Sorry.
Follow me on Twitter at REDMPTN.
What y'all want to talk about for the last... Wait, I almost transitioned there. Sorry. I'm just going to shove my mouth.
Put some cock in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean. Sean.
Beer.
How about that new research that says that cell phone use doesn't increase driving accidents?
Sorry, I was texting. What'd you say?
I missed that.
With all the new cars with Bluetooth, I mean, you pretty much have it super hands-free, so...
What the fuck? Look at what just landed on my fork. Look at this. I literally just, like, put my fork down, and it just flew from the sky. It's a giant hairball. It just landed on my fork. It's disgusting.
It's for you, man.
It was coming out of the ceilings, man. Was that like a spider nest?
What?
They mentioned that hands-free was uncommon during the estimation period.
Hands-free is also uncommon during a hand job.
Bullshit, man. I told you. When we're talking about hand jobs, I want a little bit of hand on it.
Air job.
Blow jobs.
Just create a vortex of air around it with garage jobs.
A blowjob where you literally just blow on the dick until
You just make a tornado of air around it.
That might feel
I like the. We've mentioned this before, but I'm all about the one hand, one foot.
I've never done the monkey blow.
Hey, we'll try that. We'll try that before Surf and Shank on Thursday.
The 2 years?
Yeah.
We'll do it on camera.
Wait,
Yeah,
so you guys
exactly.
when do you guys have your taco night? Because when I get in town on a Thursday.
Thursday.
On Thursday.
But I will be here for another week, so.
See, but what time on Thursday are you getting in though? Is it late at night?
Yeah, it's like the 11:59 entry.
Oh yeah, because we get done at like 9:30 because we're old.
That's fine.
Speak for yourself. I'm really old.
Speaking of old, when I did that commentary, and I re-listened to it after I had already gone to sleep, and then it was like the next morning, and then I had to upload it today. I was like, fuck, this commentary isn't as good as I thought. I wasn't super thrilled with it.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ouya? Did you just say Ouya?
No, I said, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Ouya as a sponsor for us. Ouya and like beer companies. That would be like awesome.
Oh yeah. And then we'll drink beer.
Yeah, I mean, like seriously. I mean, if they want to give me like a case of Miller 64 a week, I'll say the nicest things in the world about them. I already do. Every week.
What? Drinking water?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? See, look. Miller 64. The beer of champions.
The deity Ryan wants to know who's a necrophiliac.
What's the definition of necrophiliac? I mean, if it's so warm, does that count or no?
I think if the heartbeat is gone.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't have sex with my dead hookers. I just put them in my trunk.
Well, okay, Sean. Well, how about this scenario? Let's say you met this really hot girl and it was Walking Dead. It was like post-apocalyptic, and she got bit, and you're like, oh man. And she's like, fuck me and then kill me.
Done.
Would you?
Done.
It's so okay. She's so warm. She's so warm.
But she's not dead. You said she said
Well,
fuck me
no,
and kill me.
as they turn, they get really warm because they have that fever. They had that.
You don't have to keep explaining.
They get cold.
Even if it's cold.
I should not
decided.
explain myself. I will put my Peter in it.
Dude, done. And I will flip her over and fuck her anal too at the same time. I don't even care. She's gonna take it in every hole before she's gone. And then as soon as I'm done, you know.
I mean, she's gonna die anyway.
Exactly. Might as well take the pain.
So
Actually,
you would go in both Thunder reports.
we learned that today.
I'm talking ears, nose, mouth.
Today we learned that Sean's finishing kills the Walking Dead virus,
Yes, exactly.
but it kills the person too.
Yes. You have to make up your mind. I mean, you're gonna die anyway, so what the hell?
Hey, I gotta ask Dynasty a question in the comments because he tweeted me. He said, "Hey, heads up, the stream isn't live." And suddenly, you know how every week I'm like, "Fuck, how do people even find the stream?" Because unless I post a link and they don't find me on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, how do they know where it is? So I don't know how people are joining the stream to watch, but apparently it doesn't even broadcast live on the channel either, which
It's
I kind of
live.
knew.
It's live right now. I'm watching.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching, but you have to
You have to get the
onto
link
your-
from us, yeah, which sucks. Like I think through the live event player now I could change that so people could go right to the channel.
Yeah, because it's on. It's there.
I bet we'd probably get like maybe double or triple the live viewers.
Maybe we have 2 viewers instead of 1.
Well, it's funny because I'll even share it on Facebook, and like given I let go a lot of my Facebook friends, like I'll share stuff afterwards, and people will like the shit I have afterwards, but they won't like join in and watch the show. So I don't know if it's like their personal preference or there's something might be wrong with the link.
We've been getting like a baker's dozen to like, 15 people. I mean, on average. So whatever.
I would just like to say something that I don't think any of the douchebags that I'm friends with on Facebook, besides a couple ones that you even watch. So if you're my Facebook friend and you watch because of the Facebook link, let me know. If you're not, the rest of you can go fuck yourselves and die.
Fuck
Thank
Boston.
you.
They're not
Fuck
watching,
Boston.
so they won't get that message.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I have a similar message. For all you fucking flops out there that ignore me on Facebook and don't fucking watch my videos and your dickbags, fuck you. When I get Alan Covert on in 2 weeks, I'm going to be like, fuck you, gangster. Okay, but if he doesn't come on, please click on the link and check out my videos. I love you guys.
You have a
But for
YouTube?
real, though, like, it's
a YouTube
amazing when
channel?
people ignore you. People ignore my posts all the time on Facebook. People are supposed to be my friends and shit. And then today I posted shit from Alan Covert, and there's like 20 people who like it. It's like, dude, you're not gonna be the people in my fucking good graces if and when I ever make some legitimate contacts in industries bigger than mine and develop relationships. Like, you're gonna be the first people that I forget about, because fuck you. You didn't give a shit when I asked you just to check out a video one time.
Or even check out the channel.
Right. People don't fucking give it a chance. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a hobby, and like again, just like the show, I don't have many expectations for it. But like anybody else, I'm a human being, and I have hopes, and I'm working hard at it. And like, I don't expect you to fucking give me a medal because I'm working hard at something. That's my choice. I get that. But it's like, come on, man. Like, just show some love. Like that pisses me off because I give that shit away freely to other people. I try to be compassionate, involved, and loving, and people don't give a fuck. So fuck them.
Fuck them. That's what I say the same thing.
I only heard about Overdose because of you posting on Facebook. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll come on.
Yeah, dude. It's
Sounds like fun.
That's awesome, man. And the reality is, like, okay, so for viewers who don't know, I actually had a sub ask me about this earlier. So to clarify the relationships, Yellow Bus and I met in kindergarten when we were 5 years old. Shank and I met like, what was it, Shank, like 5 years ago?
It's only been about 3.5 years ago.
Okay, I was off. We met through work.
It's only 3 years, I swear.
Swear to God.
Gilman and I met in high school, right? Like freshman year.
Same with me and Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've technically known each other for 10 years, but I had Matt in some classes, like we hung out, like whatever. But like, even despite us just being acquaintances, like you saw the shit on Facebook and you checked it out. Whether it piqued your interest or not, it's just cool. Like, you know that. But most people aren't fucking like that, and it bothers me that those same people now are the same people now that they see I'm starting to get some heat. They're like all of a sudden they're commenting and liking posts and shit. Fuck you! I know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, but you still can't tell them to fuck themselves because they're supporting you now.
Right, but I'll let them support me now. But later on, when I'm that fucking big name and they ask me for a favor, and be like, yeah, you know what? Sorry, I don't have time for that.
See, here's what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. Is that I'm gonna be like, yeah, hey, you know what? Let your wife give me a blowjob, and as I come in her face, I'm gonna be like, fuck you.
Yeah, barter with it. Barter.
Exactly.
Barter for sexual services.
Exactly. That's if the wife is hot. I mean, as long as she's under 5, I'm good. I mean, I don't mean 5 years old. I mean 500 pounds. You know, I'm down for DTF, man. DTF, baby.
I'm glad that you clarified that.
But I'm not into 5-year-olds. I am into hookers, but I don't pay for sex.
He likes 5-year-old hookers. You know how you can know how you can do favors for friends? Like, hey, buddy. Well, not like, hey, man, you had a bad day. Let me go down on you. I mean, like, hey, can you take out the trash? Yeah, sure, friend. You know, I was at your house, but I guess I'll take out the trash.
Yeah.
You do favors for each other. I wish you could do that with like tasks. Like I have to pee. Can you go pee for me? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I wish I could send a text right now and be like, bro, I really got to piss. Can you do that for me? I don't want to leave the show.
Well, I mean, you could call Jamie and she can, like, literally take your penis out and pour it into a can.
Bathroom, Mom!
Or surf wife, sorry.
Wait, she could just siphon it? Is that what you're saying? Siphon it and spit?
Yeah, she'll literally just do all the work.
Have
It's
you
like
watched
siphon
that
spit.
South Park?
Siphon spit.
The WoW South Park? Mom, bathroom!
bathroom. It just sprays. Oh man.
Dude, the thing that pisses me off is I've fallen asleep through so many of those episodes because you just throw it on, and then it was like, it's South Park. There's not like continuity whatsoever. Like, at least not like any serious continuity. So you'd wake up and you're like, I'm not gonna bother trying to figure out like the episode or two that I fell asleep during. I would just pick up on it, and I was like, oh, I'll go back through it and fucking watch them all again. And when I decided to take that journey was the day I found out it was removed from Netflix, and then made that depressing commentary that is getting like 50 to 100 views a week.
Well, Hulu has it. I like it, but Hulu doesn't have the rollover where it's like, oh, play the next one in 20 seconds.
Dude, you know, I figured out why that fucking video is getting so popular. Is if, like, say, like, you haven't watched South Park in a couple months, and then you go to type it in today, and you see it's not on Netflix. First thing you're going to go type in Google is, like, South Park gone from Netflix, South Park not on Netflix. If you type in any of those phrases, like, the first thing that comes up is my video in Google. It's the weirdest thing.
You need to come up with those phrases
That's true. It's the first one.
Isn't it? Yeah, so that's why I'm getting like 50 to 100 views a week. I'm surprised I'm not getting more subscribers from it. The thing that bothers me is if I would have known the video was going to be so popular, I would have fucking, I was like, I'm just releasing a video to my subs, like I'm just talking to my subs. Well, the subs get that. New people are like, their first impression of me is going, let's be depressed, it's like a depressing kind of commentary.
Hey, Surf, I got a question for you. I meant to ask you this about a half hour ago. When the hell did you hit almost 575 subs?
Oh, I meant to mention that earlier, too. I did a dual com with Dynasty.
I saw that.
And he's got like almost 10K subs, and it's funny because it's like gypsy magic because like all of his videos get like 5,000-6,000 views, or I'm sorry, 500,000-600,000 views and up, right? Like all of his videos. But he posts a dual com and like people today are like, like 200 of them watch it. I'm not complaining. I got a fistful of subs out of it, but it's just cool to like to be actually making like other friends on YouTube. Like that's like Dynasty's the first guy like I'm making friends with another YouTuber. I'm like, that's cool. He's been really super chill, and so I really appreciate doing the dual com. It was a lot of fun, man.
Go Dynasty.
Yeah, we were talking about. He was talking about possibly, like, potentially doing a dual com with me every week on his channel. So that might happen. Who knows? The other thing I wanted to mention, I mentioned a video, but what do you guys think about doing a Let's Play channel with Shank?
Let's play what?
with ourselves.
That sounds legit.
Like,
We're just
like
gonna pick
he's
whatever
doing
game.
a
Like
Let's play,
like
we're
Okie
joining?
Cookie? Like Okie Cookie?
No, we already did Okie Cookie last Thursday. We didn't have fun doing it, so.
Like whatever games we want to play, we can play them. You know what I mean?
We got to combine gaming libraries.
Semen is the cure to the zombie virus, but you have herpes, syphilis, AIDS.
Herpesifilades.
Herpessyphilis.
Oh, there goes Tim again. He's probably gonna enter his password.
It's okay. Christy must have came home. She just pulls out the plug. Bam.
Wouldn't it be funny? She just walks up, pulls the plug out of the fucking wall. Get off now!
I need $40 and I'm gonna blow you.
We're do the monkey blow, so I expect a tip.
Exactly.
Did it kick me off again?
Don't faint this time.
That's funny. He has no idea what we were talking about. Is
I
this
don't
like
know how
not-
to use that sound effect because we never get to use that
Now
one.
I
that
mean, I'm
Tim
down
isn't-
for any kind of like, if we're doing like a 4-player co-op of Borderlands 2 or something like that, we can do that. It's fun. Like Call of Duty Zombies, you can do that.
Yeah, I'd like to do some zombies, man.
Only for Call of Duty 1? Black Ops 1?
I have no idea. I don't even have a Black Ops game.
I need some more
don't-
variety because Far Cry is just me C4ing vehicles and rocket launching vehicles, and then
Hey, I sent
Skate
you
3 is
some-
just me failing.
I sent you some random videos.
Dude, which ones? Because
Bless you.
Mine, it's yours.
Dynasty Warriors 8 and Counter-Strike
use
Global
it?
Offensive.
oh no, I didn't. I used the Counter Strike, but I'll use.
No,
the
I
other-
sent you a second one too.
Oh, the Dynasty Wars is the one I couldn't figure out. Remember, I tried downloading it, I couldn't use it.
Oh, I uploaded them to my.
Oh, you did?
My YouTube.
Oh, I
That
have to
and
check
to
that out,
the
dude.
the new Counter-Strike. There's another Counter-Strike Global Offensive one that's a little faster paced than the other one. I actually played really well for the first half of it, and then I lost.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
5-year-old dead hookers.
Well, I mean, if there's a cool game that all of us can play, I'm down to do a Let's Play for it. Like, even like fucking Left 4 Dead 2 is legit as fuck if you want to do that.
I only got that on PC.
My penis is flaccid.
What's wrong?
My
Your
penis is flaccid.
Actually, I don't know if you want to do this, Joe or Shank, but Toe Jam and Earl has an arcade for Xbox, and I don't know if it's 2 or 4 player. I'm assuming it's only 2.
I've
but-
only ever played that game with you.
It's so legit. It's
Toe
so
Jam and
chill.
Earl. That game is nuts.
It's just so laid back, and like the thing with our game is when we used to play it on Genesis, it's like before you beat the game it would freeze, so like now on Xbox you can actually finish the game.
It's kind of like me during sex. I freeze right before I finish. It's like, "Ugh!"
Oh man. If you don't pull out, she's pregnant.
That's how I had 2 kids.
So what's the deal? There's like 15 comments removed. Was that you, Joe, or what?
No, I haven't touched shit. I was
It
just
says-
looking at the
says
topic list. It
author
says
withheld.
the man who thinks
You're
he
not allowed to
never
look at
has
the
to eat
the
again.
list.
It says the man who thinks he never has to eat again is probably going to be a billionaire soon. What the fuck is this about?
I actually read that article at work. It's about a guy who made basically I don't want to say like a protein supplement. It's like a supplement, and for the last I don't remember how long he's just been drinking that, and not eating anything. And apparently he hasn't died yet.
So he's on a liquid-based diet, like an enteral diet.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the link to it, but like he just
Potential eating disorder.
yeah, basically.
Well, my company, I mean, we service patients that that like literally cannot like chew or digest food properly. So I mean, it's possible. They could probably do it for like 30, 40, 50 years. And it's frozen.
No, I'm trying to find out how long he's been just drinking his like engineered drink for. 7 months. But he says roughly 90% of his meals for 7 months have been this drink.
It's fine.
I'll grab some shortly.
Dude, it's like liquid cocaine. It's the same thing. It's fine.
Yeah, he's alive after 7 months of drinking it, so
Well, Well, like 90% of meals can be so ambiguous. It could be like, yeah, it's really like 70 if you were to follow him around. Who knows? I don't know.
I read like most
Oh,
of
it's still better
the.
than the
It's like an
Holocaust.
interview with him basically, and he answers a bunch of questions.
Next time on 60 Minutes.
So one of the questions was, "Sounds pretty wild. What's next for the smoothie that Gawker said looks just like semen?"
D.D. Ryan said he deleted his own comments. That's why it said there were so many deleted comments.
It's
He
probably
was
like,
like-
Tim,
he
shut
was
the
like-
fuck up, Tim, shut the fuck up, Tim, shut the fuck up.
He was typing out. He was like, "This is witty. Fuck, it's not. Fuck that. This is witty. Fuck that. That's stupid."
Where does D.D. Ryan, where do you live? Or Joe, do you know where he lives?
No, he's just been submitting. He's a long-term sub. He's been around like pretty much from the get-go, I think.
So does he live around the area?
I don't know. He was one of the first guys to add me on Xbox, though, that like requested my gamer tag.
We should definitely game because I'm getting.
Dude,
I, like,
he's sick.
just played-
Obviously, you
I
can
played
see.
I played Black Ops 2 for the first time in a while, and I had a lot of
Yeah,
fun
that
with it.
game,
But
He's everyone's taking turns dropping today. He's offered for me to he's offered for me to game with him, but I like never play Black Ops anymore, so I need to, but I haven't.
We should invite some of the people, like, if they're close to us. Like, I know Ebabs is close to us and shit like that. So
He like quit YouTube though.
who?
Ebabs, he quit YouTube.
Why?
I tried texting him and shit. It was all kind of shady, to be honest. Like,
Did he get in trouble with the NCAA or something?
I don't know, maybe that's a potential, I guess. But why wouldn't he fucking text me? Like, we exchanged numbers when he's on the show, whatever. And like I said, we're local yokels. I mean, he's fucking 5-10 minutes down the road. And I saw that he had stopped uploading. And here, I'm gonna check his channel right now to make sure he hasn't started. I don't think he has. But yeah, it was just kind of shady. I was like, if you left YouTube, that's fine. Like, you don't have to be like cold to me. I'm not like trying to flag you down.
Are you guys getting a GTA 5?
No. I
No.
wasn't really good at those games. I liked LA Noire, but the other, like, Saints Row and all that stuff, I don't really play it.
Yeah, it's been like more than a month since he's uploaded.
We gotta figure out a game to co-op or something.
That's
We
very
get
true.
Dynasty up in there.
Dude, what is Sean shitting in the jar? What's he
I was
doing?
playing some Battlefield 3, and, like, I feel like at least our gang of people, like, just the fact that, like, Battlefield 4 is coming out, I feel like that'll be a really good game and a good transition away from, like, the Call of Duty, like...
And it'll be cheap once the 4th comes out.
Well, I'm saying, like, we can buy Battlefield 4 and, like, commit to that game, because, like, when I played with it, like, all the vehicles and stuff brings a whole dynamic to it, and, I mean, when games last, like, 45 minutes and, like, each team has 1,000 lives, it gets crazy, dude. It gets, like, really, it's like attrition, like, you can't just, like, quick scope and snipe and run around, because, like, if you do that in a Call of Duty game after a 7-minute match, if you're doing, like, a running gun with an MP7 or some shit, you get so tired out, like, you legitimately are, like, sore in your thumbs. But, like, with Battlefield 4, it's so different because it's, like, literally a 40-minute game sometimes when you're playing, like, an objective game.
The D.D. Ryan's from Florida, by the way.
Okay.
And his
What about
his
Dynasty?
gameplays are, like, way worse than mine. Sorry, I meant better. Wow, mine are way worse than his. This is what happens at the end of OD when I've been drinking for 2 hours.
You from California?
Hey, D.D. Ryan, you from California?
Oh, man.
No, Dynasty's from Texas.
Oh, okay.
You mentioned that last week.
Ow,
Yeah.
Texas.
Short attention span over here.
I went through North Texas and it was pretty boring.
I've been to Dallas once.
Florida.
Texas,
D.D.
alright.
Ryan says he's from Florida.
That's
And he said GTA 5 is going to be amazing. I concur.
Yeah, I mean, it's just too much. It's like Skyrim. Like, after, like, 5 hours and I've barely scratched the surface, I'm just like, no. When it comes to, like, a game that requires hundreds of hours, I get very deterred.
Dude, I think. Oh, I was just about to say. I think Shank must be fucking. What
he's on
happened, man?
his phone now.
Bullshit. It's funny because I have it's fucking
It's
odd,
a good angle for you, man.
I was gonna say that's a really attractive angle.
My whole internet and the whole house died, but the kids are they're not watching Netflix. They're watching cable. So like the whole internet just kind of went dead. I don't know what the fuck happened. And it said I lost my thing, so I just went to my phone. It's fucking weird.
I thought you had a tablet.
Oh, I do, but I mean, I'd have to shoot it. I'd have to shoot my phone to my tablet.
Yeah,
So
it's probably not a 3G tablet, right?
Hey, since you're on your phone, do you want to give us a little tour?
A tour of what do you want a tour of? My crib?
Your crib.
Yeah, let's do it on
This
TV
is
Cribs.
this is the new series of Cribs.
Yeah, this is the new series of Cribs.
It's the
Yeah,
Shankadata's place.
This is Shank's place. See, here's all the new posters: NWA, Ice Cube, Scarface, Willie D.
Scarface is Puerto Rican, I thought.
No, this is where I do my shit. This is where
Show everyone your giant monitor. That's really a TV.
It's where he masturbates.
This is where I do a lot of masturbating.
Is that a 30-inch?
It's see if I can get the fucking. I'm trying to view it, and it's a 32-inch regular TV.
Nice.
That I threw as my monitor, and then this is where the kids hang out, and my regular TV. It's so hard to get this shit on as I'm trying to watch sideways.
Yo, Redhead.
I know that show.
Dude, Sean, you're acting like you're 40 or something.
Doctor Who. That's Doctor Who.
No, it's The Office.
Oh, it's
Over the room. I can just.
You know what? Hold on. I wonder if I could switch cameras, man.
You should be able
views.
to.
Hold
Actually.
on, I can. Here it goes. Switch, motherfucker.
God, it's getting so weird.
Yeah, originally she was actually on Doctor Who.
There it goes. So see, now I can see. So see, here's my living room.
Oh, there's Toby. Everyone
See, there it
Toby.
is. There's my
the 10 illegal immigrants on your couches.
There's my weenie kids. And I'd show you the bed where all the action happens, but there's no action going on there right now. So yeah, this is really where my whole thing is, where I can
Nice.
It's kind of a little thing when you first walk in, because there's the door, and then you walk in, and this is where I have like my little desk and all my shit hanging out.
Right on, man.
That's a dangerous place to put the porn.
Well, yeah, tis the way I live my life.
Live dangerously right in front of the door with the porn.
Dude, okay, you guys want to get a surf tour down here?
Yes.
Hold on, check this out.
How the hell could cable be down, but the cable still be working? It all runs through the same shit. I don't understand that.
Do you have Comcast? Because they blow.
No, I have fucking AT&T. And I've never went down. I've had
Are
AT&T
you guys ready for the glory?
Are you trying to restart the router?
I can only turn my monitor. That's all I got.
Turn it off and on again.
Yeah, let me go do that.
All right, hold on. Here's my lamp. Here are my couches. See how dark it is? These are sheets hung conditioning vent. There's my sex drive.
Dude, this is like an episode of Ghost Hunter, just fucking switching between the two of you.
There's a Mickey Mouse chair on top of the table.
God. I'm so confused.
There's a giant heater back there with my kitchen table.
Mommy, no!
There's my hutch. There's where I prepare food. Oh, right here.
Some beers on the counter.
Right here, 55-inch TV.
Guys, you're going to lose things.
There's my beer.
You have no,
There's my
choice.
microwave.
Where's Surf Wifey?
There's my fridge. Hold on. There's my fridge and food and garbage.
Beer.
I need to reset everything.
And that's my basement.
Because it's not. My internet's not working.
Here's the rafters up there. Oh, there's a cowboy hat. There's a cowboy hat and a purse. Cowboy hat and a purse. There's some insulation up there. This is where I do all my work. There's my Christmas lights and my guitar and my piano, and that's it.
Did you move your computer around to where you're facing your TV, your Ocho Cinco?
Yeah, because I was tired of like the fucking just that being the background.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I have my Kramer still.
Should we even bring up the holiday special that's going to happen? Get people pumped?
Everyone get pumped. We're going to do a holiday special.
And it's
far away, right?
It's
Probably
going to happen in
Shank's
my
house.
chill crib.
It's far away. I'm just excited.
We could always capture like a time to where we're all together and we just try to case race.
I think that we're gonna do lots of footage of us just hanging out, and then an actual live stream too on like Overdose night. But yeah, we'll definitely do something special for holidays when everyone's in the same room. We're definitely gonna have a lot of fun, man, for sure. All right, guys, I think we're at the end of the show here, right?
Everyone's gonna get blowjobs from Sean.
Yes, that's right.
Just put your penis up to the screen.
All right, everybody, let's all cheers. This should be our new thing. This is our new thing.
My drink's gone.
Everyone raise a glass, even if it's empty or soulless, like Sean. All right, everybody clink. Clink to Overdose.
Bloop.
All right, everybody. Everybody out there, stay safe, stay black.
Stay black.
And
Because if you're not black,
Don't do
you're
anything
black.
Surf Durf wouldn't do.
I like how
That's
Tim's
not
still
much.
watching StarCraft, by
Because
the
that's
way.
not much.
StarCraft
Alright,
is
Still
still
watching
on.
StarCraft.
I'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Bye.